So, we start our adventure as we look upon the village scene of Meta. This is a relatively small village far to the south of any other settlement. Being built by the ex-mercenary Chensho Wrangler, this place was set up to be a exterior settlement as he had had enough of the wars that were raging in the lands, and so you, or at least the people that lived here, um, are far from the conflict of mortals and kingdoms. However, sadly, they are not devoid of any sort of ill will or sickness, as a plague has spread throughout the settlement. Taking on the characteristics of a severe stomach bug, the settlement has been pretty much bedridden for quite some time now. And whilst in the letter sent to the adventurers who had asked for help did note that it wasn't contagious, they also do not have much in the way of a specialist to really identify the cause or how it is spreading. The only thing that they know is that whoever eats the meat that gets around the village undercomes this stomach bug. And so, our four adventurers have all been asked or had a letter sent to them in their outlying gardens and riverbeds to come along and sort out this issue. And we shall start off with Clark. This female fighter has been living in Meta probably for her entire life, and she has also been succumbing to this stomach bug of late. And we'll see if it's a primary effect or something that only has been affecting her family. As I'll need Crom to give me 3 fortitude saves, please.
Crom or Griffin?
Crom.
Clark.
Clark,
Okay.
sorry. Crom was in my eye line when I said that.
So 3 fort saves.
Yes, please.
I'll take that.
All right, and it seems like it is a second-hand ordeal, as you have had to take care of your mother during her sickness, as during one mealtime she was the first to take a bite out of some chicken. Sadly, the rest of the meal was ruined as she almost immediately threw up as the rest of you were cleaning your hands and getting down to the table. And from there, both your father and yourself had been staying away from meat for around 2 months now. It definitely brings back a hankering for the taste of flesh, but at least vegetables can suit you for now. And thankfully, Mr. Gibbs, your horse, isn't a carnivore, and feeding him the seeds and wheat of the nearby farms has allowed him to keep up his muscles. Though you do feel like yours may be thinning out if you're not going to get good enough protein at some point. The next 2 party members arrive in Meta as Clark and his horse are waiting at the entrance to see his team. Sorry. Clark is a very manly name. I'll have to change my head, but then everyone keeps changing their genders every game, so...
Clark Hay.
Clark Hay. Or Clarklea.
That's dangerously close to Cloaca.
Oh, okay. The next 2 to arrive are Crom and Menfa, both living relatively close to Meta and even coming to the village on trading and leisure visits. Menfa hailing from a grove of mandragoras, and Crom settling into the forest himself. However, with Crom definitely being a meat eater and hunting in the same locale, I'm going to need Crom to also give me 3 fortitude saves.
I don't know if that would help, but Mentha does know, what was it called? Purify food and drink. Yeah. So they would have helped with meat if it's tainted too badly when they're around Crom.
I don't know, that's a 91 though, so I'm assuming...
Just throwing it out there.
Oh no, I appreciate it, but...
I'm going to say at the times that you were around Crom, you weren't able to save him from these two events.
Fair enough.
I imagine
So,
Mentor's like, let me just get that, and he's already like eating it, like just immediately.
just can't wait, and especially since you love raw meat, you're probably not cooking it to get rid of any of the parasites inside.
Nope. Alright,
so Crom, you've had 2 outbreaks of this plague on you, and thankfully you definitely know firsthand it's not lethal, but it's definitely unpleasant, as you were infected about 2 months ago for about 4 weeks, and just recently you had recovered from a second bout of it a few days before the letter came to you. And you kind of have a slap to your forehead, like, of course there's a plague, I've been infected twice. And you now know not to be touching the meat, or at least giving it to your friend Menfa to make it a bit safer to eat. And with that, you met along with Menfa on the road to Meta. As you enter through the entrance, it's just really the dirt path that leads into the village. And you can see Clark, who both of you would recognize from your both childhoods, as well as just coming here every now and again, as they are waiting patiently for you to arrive. And Crom can possibly see some resemblance of his sweats on Clark, though she has long since recovered, if she had anything to do with it. It could also be that she's just having a withdrawal, that she's not been eating meat for a long time.
Well,
Miss my meat.
Twiglet, better get going over there. She ain't gonna wait forever.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Oh, and next time you see me picking up that raw meat there, could you, I don't know, pull one of my hand hairs or something? Just...
Did you eat it again?
No.
Uh-huh.
Upon
Miss Clark.
seeing... hello, Mentha. Clark, like, pulls out a sword and say, Crom, empty your pockets, you better have no bugs.
What do you mean, bugs? I don't even have pockets.
No, I'm just making sure. How are you both?
Yep. I'm alright. Twiglet's, well... Twiglet.
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. My poor mother has unfortunately been some of the tainted meats, so unfortunately I've been looking after her. Bless her heart.
It's a shame.
What about you guys? Have you had any of this meat?
Oh, I don't eat meat.
Crom just looks at
That's what's Crom.
Crom's just like, I mean, some. Maybe.
That doesn't
Maybe
surprise
a lot.
me.
Menfa and Clark, you can roll perception. Oh, Clark is oblivious. Okay, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
It doesn't surprise me that you're one to be eating all of the meat that you find. You really should make sure you take care and check what you eat first.
Well, some of us have got to maintain that muscle mass.
What does that
Yeah,
meant to
start-
mean?
Gonna have to start calling you Spriglet soon.
What? Why? You rude. I hope Moglet's writing this all down. You're in earshot of all of this.
The Moogle snaps awake as a nose bubble pops. Huh? What? What, Kupo?
Never mind.
It's too early in the morning to be talking about anything, Kupo.
What time in the morning is it?
It's like 9 a.m.
It's not even that early. Haven't you got a job to do?
Kupo, it's too hot.
Can't get the people around here nowadays.
Can't get Dave, huh?
You can see that Moglet's fur is very thick. He probably hasn't shaved since winter.
Still got that winter coat on you, huh? No wonder you're too hot.
There's no good barber here who can do a legal cat Kupo.
Well, Finesse here, give you a hand, and he'll pull off the butchering axe from his bag.
No, I think I've got a delivery to make, Kupo. He then jumps into the back of his wagon and starts shuffling papers.
Yeah.
He'll put
How
it back
funny.
on.
He suddenly works.
Oh,
So what brings you two
don't
to the
mean
village
nothing.
today?
Well, actually, I think we're here to meet you. And one other person. If this reads here correct.
Ah, yes. Where is this? I believe it's a dwarf.
Is that what it says? I thought it was Dwarf.
As you're reading over the letter, the last member of the party will come shuffling from the northern road as a brightly dressed, or you just say whitely dressed dwarf comes toddling down. Probably sweaty of their own, as they have enough hair to probably keep up with Crom. As for Demir, you don't live in or near Meta. You instead are a traveling healer that still goes around with the mercenary bands to help out with the wounded during the wars. Only returning for this particular mission. And thus, you are totally fine and far away from any sort of meat issues, though the letter does describe such to you, and you have your wits about you looking at any sort of bakeries having meat pies.
And I also have purified food and drink, which I would have absolutely used on anything that I've eaten since I've gotten here in this area.
Anything in eyesight, just you, purified.
It's a cantrip, so yes.
Demir, you will indeed see a group of adventurer-looking people conversing, as they do have their weapons and armor, and a big horse with saddle. Does he have saddlebags, or has he just got a saddle?
Currently just a saddle. I haven't
We'll
got
say he
enough
has a
money to
pouch or
afford
two then.
saddlebags yet.
Demir is just gonna start walking up. He's whistling a jaunty little tune, but I'm not gonna whistle for the stream.
Or just Discord, because it just hurts my ears.
Yeah, that's not really pleasant over digital. So yeah, he's gonna just whistle a jaunty tune and just head on into town. And first people he sees, he's gonna be like, "Oh, hello there.
Ah,
Looking for a group of people going to plague something? My old buddy Jinjo asked me to come."
you must be the dwarf.
Plagues.
Demir, is it?
That's me.
Well, nice to meet you. I'm Clark.
Nice to meet you, Clark.
Clark will like elbow Crom and be like, "Don't be rude. Introduce yourself."
Sorry, what? He was looking like in a completely different direction. Oh, hey there. My name's Chrome. That's a nice axe you got there.
This version of Doomir actually doesn't have an axe with him, unfortunately.
That's a
That's a nice axe you got there.
that's a nice beard you got there, I guess.
This is like Veragar with the staff. Stop getting characters that don't have their equipment.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, it's good to see a friend in the face. You know, old man Chencho?
We go way back.
I bet. Come on, Winston. What's going on?
Clark will just bend forward to make sure there's not like a sleep bubble over Mentha, and if there is, pop it.
It's just
Hello, Mr. Demir. I'm Mentha.
Well, the plant talked. Hello. I've never seen anybody like you before.
Oh, well, there's plenty of people like me in the forest.
Mustn't be much of a forest person.
you seem like city folk. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but
I've never
Not
been
many
to the
of these
city. What's the city
But-
like?
That is where I'm from. Bigger.
bigger.
Bigger? Bigger than the forest? Wow.
Well, the buildings are bigger, and the towns are bigger. Lots more of everything. Just less trees.
You hear
Don't
that,
think I'd
Gibbs?
like that.
Maybe we should go and have a visit. That sounds mighty nice.
So is everybody all right now? Anybody need any help with anything? All I know is Chincho asked me to come.
It's these it's this flyer. Look, Crom will pull out a very crumpled and stained flyer. Is it like a flyer that we got or some kind of letter?
They were letters.
Yeah,
You-
letter.
You all got them from Moglet.
Yeah. So everyone else's is probably
So he
well, I don't know
can
what
do
everyone
his
else is
job.
like, but Crom's is badly stained, but it says on it that we're meeting Chancho. Does it say that 4 people are meeting him?
Yes.
Well, I think it's just the 4 of us. We should be going down to Old Man Show and then figure out what's going on from there. God, I can't wait to get back to eating meat again. Because of course I didn't eat any of that infected meat. Nah.
Don't believe him.
No, I can
Come on, Gibbs.
fix that for you.
But it's just right. It's right there, and cooking takes at least some time, right?
Just
As you
leave
lot
the
move
cooking to
through the
me.
village, everyone give me a perception roll. I sense that Clark is going to have a bad time noticing anything.
Has everyone else got +8 to perception? Yeah. Okay.
Clark is definitely relying on all of you. I'll
Alright,
get an
so both Crom and Mentha, I guess you washed your eyes out with the same water. You can notice that the more hungry looking villagers are staring at Mr. Gibbs as he goes by.
Clark will stand closer to Gibbs.
Why are you standing close to Gibbs?
Yeah, you didn't see
Don't know.
anything.
Oh, wait, I didn't see this. Oh, yeah, good
No,
point.
Crom
I'm
and
gonna just
Mentha.
keep walking as normal.
Crom will lean down to Mantha and say, "You reckon he'd sell that horse to us? I'm mighty hungry."
Looks like we're here, everyone.
I don't think she'd be happy with that.
Maybe.
Now, Gibbs, you stay right here.
Crom will sort of step back and let Demir go first.
Clark
After
will
you.
hold open the gate.
Thank you.
Come on in.
As you move over to the southeastern hut, you can see it is a tiny bit larger than the others, and its woodwork is a bit more ornately engraved. On the outside is a relatively tall man, or at least tall for Demir's standards. As you can tell, he has some dwarf lineage, though he towers over you for about a foot or a foot and a half. He stops smoking on a pipe as the rings raise up and up. and he taps it on the side of his boot. Ah, good to see you finally arrived. It's all of you, I take it.
1, 3, 4. Yep, that's all of us.
Good, good. I see, Clark is definitely still keeping that horse around even after we offered to buy it off of her.
Yeah, I wish we could have. Good eating there. But it is what it is.
You should be fine to leave her outside. Or no, it's a he, it's a mister, of course. You lot better come on inside. There's a bit of a long chat to be had before we set you off.
He'll just sort of shrug and go inside.
Crom, roll me wisdom.
Just flat wisdom.
Just flat wisdom.
Oof.
Alright. You're able to determine the height of the door frame, and you dip your head before you smash your face into it.
Oh. Trying to trick me, old man. You got a new door frame, son.
Moving to the interior of the house, the inside continues its outside extravagance, as there are plenty of rugs and drapes about the place. However, as you might be able to see, the higher portions of the building are covered in cobwebs. A nearby bookshelf is full to the brim of both fiction and fact books, and on the other side is a boiling oven, atop which is a stew that is mostly vegetables. Sorry I can't keep the place a bit more clean than it is. I've lent out my stepladder and it's not come back since.
This place ain't clean? Oh, damn.
Actually, Crom, you got a foot on me. Can you get those cobwebs?
Certainly can. And he'll sort of go over and start pouring at them with his hands.
They break apart as they fall to the floor. Any of you wanting something to drink? I got some tea or coffee. No alcohol. The missus doesn't like it in the house.
Damn it.
Do you happen to have any juice?
I think we got some blueberry juice, if that'll take your fancy.
I would like that very much, thank you.
You got Irish
Just
coffee?
see Amanda's eyes just sparkle with delight. The mention of blueberry juice.
Is that your favourite juice?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
As I say, we don't have alcohol, so I don't exactly have an Irish coffee.
Damn. Just coffee then? That juice always messes with my smell.
I'll take some coffee as well. Good to see you, Guildmaster.
We'll have to catch up at some point, Demir, when we're not all hungry and thinking about our stomachs.
Speaking of which, and I'll just pop off the cantrip over on the food, the purify food and drink.
Onto his stew, there's mostly vegetables.
Mostly vegetables, but Damir's not taking chances.
Alright. You purify the pot. Chensho leaves to the kitchen. You can hear the piping of his kettle, and he brings out 3 mugs of coffee and a blueberry juice.
Crom will put his in front of Clark and just say, she's a bit spaced out at the minute, but I know she likes that weird black juice. I'll be alright. And then he puts pepper in it while she's not here.
Roll me sleight of hand.
Don't do this to me. Untrained? Lord Christ. I know,
Those
you're
are
like...
super odd.
I am in armor, to be honest, so that's kind of part of the problem as well.
Alright, well, we'll see what happens when Jester returns.
Oh no, it's like blatantly obvious.
And there he is. Clark, roll perception, though I'm pretty sure you don't need to. We'll just see how quickly you see this. Alright, Chincho has brought out 3 cups of coffee, and whilst you were in a daze, Crom blatantly put some pepper into it, and it's one of those ones you've got to crank. So basically put it in front of your face and turned it in front of your eyes as you're looking at him doing it.
Should be like, you know, those really massive ones at Italian
Yeah.
restaurants.
Yeah.
Like 4 foot long. We got no noise from you.
Yeah, you're lighting up, Jester, but nothing's coming out.
What are you doing?
Let's put some sugar in it.
That most certainly is not sugar.
Alright, you got me. Your wiles are better than mine. And he'll sort of put this like 4 foot pepper grinder back away, I guess.
Thank you very much. As she'll pick up her coffee.
Have you all developed some weird eating habits with the plague going around? I don't think pepper's gonna stop it.
Oh, no, it's just that I'm behind on the leaderboard, and I want to get back on top. We ain't seen each other in months, so ain't that much chance.
Clark just flicks her hair.
Right. Well, I don't think you'll find many fellow demons here to be looking at leaderboards.
What's a bale demon?
Never you mind.
Hey, didn't you know? That's those new ones that steal your bales.
Damn, I gotta be careful of that. But no, old man Shane, what's going on?
Well, first of all, I thank every one of you for coming to our aid in this time. Though it wasn't exactly much of a walk for Clark there. I know our village is quite out the way for you, Demir, and the low number of adventurers accepting the quest is a sign of that distance. Combined with the fact that the pay is all on completion. You all know me by name, we've all met, so I don't think we need to go through those introductions. As for the pay, just to reiterate what the letter said, it'll be 1,000 gil a head, so 4 in total.
1,000 gil ain't bad. That's a lot of steak.
I could do so
A
much
lot
more
of steak
cooking with that.
indeed.
Yeah, you could buy yourself a proper weapon. Yeah.
Whoa. I can still beat you in a fight.
Mm-hmm. But anyway.
Yes, anyway. The mission is this. Our village has come under the siege of a troublesome plague that has spread through the local fauna, and sadly infected our townsfolk. This has been going on for over 2 months now, and at the start, we thought it might have just been poor chef work, or possibly a family of boar that brought this on. However, as a month passed and people kept getting sick, we knew it had to be something else. I myself only recovered 3 weeks ago, having suffered for 4 weeks to that point. The sickness represents that of a very bad stomach bug. Sweats, throwing up, and frequent visits to the restroom. It has bedridden many of our workers, and with winter behind us, our food stocks are rather low, and not getting better without the workers bringing it in. To make things worse, since the fauna are what is affected, we can't boost our food with meat. One shining fact is that the plague has claimed 0 lives to this point. We don't believe it is lethal unless someone was already frail. Our elderly are all on a vegetarian diet right now. From what we know, it is also not contagious. It's bread for our food, so I hope you brought your own. We've attempted to cook the meat in different ways, and even resorted to eating fish, but it seems this plague is persistent, and has even infested our waters. If we are subject to it much longer, I fear we will have to abandon Meta, and I surely do not wish to do that. Do any of you have any questions on the matter?
Nay.
Not in particular. Just want to get started. I don't really want to leave my village. This is where I grew up.
Gee, you're being robotic again?
I see my mind lighting up, but I'm not doing anything. I don't understand why.
Well, if there are no questions about the quest, I'll give you 2 parts of advice for where you could begin.
Now hold on now. Sorry.
Al? Were you too busy pouring pepper into your own drink there, Crom?
No, I was trying to not put pepper in it. Anyway, this quest, I mean, we don't know what caused it or anything, but I mean, don't your missus know anything about it? Ain't she a bit more in touch with sort of the woods around here?
Not exactly the woods. My missus is a water lamia. She keeps to the rivers.
Okay. In that case, keep going.
Well, alright then. As I was saying, your first port of call might be to go over to the Rush Forest in the north. Those are our main hunting grounds. And to that matter, Udra has just come back from a hunt. I did ask him to bring back a specimen and leave it for you lot to look over. Hopefully you all are more disease-orientated, or at least got some books for diagrams and the such. You can find his house just north of the well.
Alright. It's early enough to keep going now, unless any of y'all need to do something in particular.
Nothing at the moment.
I don't think so, but I just get going then.
Master Dwarf, you got anywhere to stay?
Nah, I'm all right. We can get going.
Alright then.
I wish you luck on your quest, and if you need some place to rest, you can use the local tavern. It'd be free of charge, but can't exactly offer much in the way of food. Mostly just a nice bed to lay your head.
Thank you, Mr. Shane. We'll, probably take you up on that. Tent's only come for so long.
I'll do you proud, Guildmaster.
Is Shen human? He is human, isn't he?
Ken
He's
shows a
half
dwarf.
Oh, is he a dwarf? Half dwarf, that's it. Fair enough.
I guess, yeah, you could say human. He's tall enough to be human, but he is a half dwarf.
Alright then.
His dwarven side is stronger, though.
Of course it is.
Let's get out there then. Oh, high charisma party. Let's go.
You leave the chief's residence back in to Meta. And coming from the nicer smelling chief's hut and going back into Meta, You can now notice that distinct smell of people being sick in the distance. It's possible that people who travelled here were gradually getting used to it as they got closer, but going from a clean place to a kind of a dirty place, you can definitely tell this place is under a sort of disease or plague that's been spreading.
I think my smell is pretty bad for this. My scent.
Yeah, it's very sensitive on the nose.
Ugh. Let's get out of here. That's why I live on the outskirts.
Yeah, it doesn't smell the greatest, but it's the smell of the village.
Ain't no smell of the village. That's the smell of some sickness right there. Ugh.
Not all of us has got a sensitive nose as yours, Crom.
That's true. It's a good nose, though. My papa's. Nah, he did say it was out towards the wheel, right?
North of the well, I think.
Alrighty then. Was this on these two, right?
One of those two, I think.
Yes.
It's not Udra's, is it? Am I saying that right?
Udra.
Yeah.
The chief did say Udra.
Oh, he did say Udra. I thought he said a different name. Right, okay. We should probably establish who's our talker, because it probably ain't me.
Well,
Not it.
Demir,
this
what's your charisma?
Talking to me?
Yeah. What's your
-2.
social skills like? Oh my! None of us are a talker.
Nope, I've got 6 charisma total.
You got
Same.
one less than me. I got 7.
I got 7.
Right, and he said not
Maybe
it,
the
so
horse.
Juster, that's you.
Oh. I mean, I guess it makes sense considering she lives in the village. Hi there, Mr. Udra.
I welcome you back to my hut there, Clark. I see you brought your friends. Is this the adventuring band to help out our plague?
It is
Hey
indeed.
there.
The other one is Mentha.
Hello.
The big oaf is Crom, and our new friend Demir, the dwarf.
Cromwell will turn to Demir and say, "Why he call me some of you put in porridge?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
Call me an oat, right?
Oof. With an F.
Oh. What's it? You know what? Never mind.
So
You have quite the clan you are building here, Clark.
aye, nothing I can't handle on my own, but it's always good to have some helping hands. Mr. Chensho pointed us towards your direction for some help, if you're available for a quick chat.
Yes, I just came back from a hunt. Do you wish to investigate the deer I brought back?
Yes, please.
Aye.
Mr. Gibbs, stay here. Keep guard.
Did
you
that
just-
horse just bark?
No, it went right.
Okay. Good horse.
Alright.
Alright, lead us in, Udra.
Entering into Urdra's house, he takes you straight to the back where a set of stairs lead down into the basement. Getting away from the scent of the outdoors is a welcome event. However, as you get down into the basement, you can feel a moistness in the air, almost as if almost moss or dampness has prevailed in this dark chamber. As well as that, you can smell a faint scent of not exactly decaying meat, but a dead animal beneath. Thankfully, there are some torches along the walls that light up the basement well enough.
Our
Oh.
MP is not on.
Let's It's a bit of a smell.
Crom's going to take a minute to tie a rag around his nose, just while we go down here.
Moving into the basement proper from its stairwell, you can see that the underground is full to the brim of barrels, crates, and boxes. The walls are lined with desks that are full of tannery gear, as well as plenty of materials to salt and dry the meats. In the southern part, there are 2 cages set up, though you're unsure of what those would be normally used for. They definitely don't seem to be the type for humanoids. There's a rather large deer set up on the table nearby, with a carving knife at its side.
So, Udra, want to talk us through it a little bit?
I can do, but isn't your friend over there a bit far? Does he have good eyesight from back there?
Hold on one minute. Sorry, I was just typing up
No,
the notes for the session. Please go on.
Crom, come on. Whoa, I'm really zoomed in.
It's a larger image so you can see things in high detail. Here is the deer I was able to hunt. It's only a few hours old, so it hasn't decrepified yet, but let me know if you see anything and I'll try and describe if I know anything about it.
Well, the first thing that really points out is, well, the 2 things really. You've got this green mass that appears on the right side leg, and then just beneath their mouth, it's red. Is that its own blood, or is it something else?
Yes, the bruise and that infection. I found this part strange too. These kinds of wounds are common on animals that rub or bash trees to get at itches, but the greenness indicates an infection. It is typically safe to cut far from the infection and be fine. A rear cut is mostly fine for this being close to the front legs. Though, now you mention that blood on the mouth, I thought that was berry juice, but do you think it's something else? If you want to investigate it, you can roll either knowledge nature or survival.
Oh yeah.
Does survival have to be trained?
Not for this, no.
Don't smell that normal blood.
Alright, Demir, you're unsure of what it is. However, everyone else can clearly identify that that is blood. And opening up the maw, you can see that there are no wounds on the inside, and it seems like this is blood from a different animal, almost as if the deer was eating something. Which is strange, because deers are not carnivores.
I was just about to say that.
That is strange. You'll see
It is
this
very
looks
strange.
like deer's been biting other deer, and in fact, while we're up here, and he'll sort of fold the ear. Are these numbers?
That looks faded. Is that writing? Kind of like a tag you put on farm animals and the like.
Yes, it's. I mean, to me, that looks like D13. I might be wrong.
D13? Is it meant to be deer 13? Disease 13?
But
Nah.
on further look, what's this? There's a lot of substantial bruising around the neck, and it appears potentially a bite mark.
Yeah, on the back of the neck there are 2 puncture holes.
Where? I can't see them.
Clark will move closer and point them out.
There.
You'll take out a Sharpie and circle. My word. I didn't notice those. Are they insect bites? Do you think that's what spread the infection? a poison or venom.
What you two think? You the magic folk, and hell, Demir, you look like you know your way around some kind of medical procedures.
Could I also roll like a survival to maybe identify if it is like a bite mark, and if so, what the bite mark could lead to, like what animal?
Yeah, for those marks, it would be knowledge, nature, or survival.
So I want to roll that.
Demira got no clue as usual. He's just giving cheerleading to the others.
That is not +2 in forests, by the way. I need to take that out. Trying to get rid of that.
Lark, you don't have much of an idea. You do think it is a insect bite. However, Crom and Mentha, you know that those are not surgical incisions. They are indeed a bite mark, and the closest thing you could think of would be from incisors, which would lead you to believe something like a vampire or another creature that would drain blood. However, those marks are not what killed the creature.
Are they older than the other wounds on it, though?
Yeah, those the bite marks look rather old compared to anything else it has.
Okay.
And what about these black marks that appear over the body of the deer?
Yeah, I was seeing them as well.
Oh, those are from my arrows. 2 in the torso and 1 on the head to finish it off. This deer was rather resilient. Normally it only takes the 2 shots.
I was gonna say you were a good hunter.
Did you
Took you 3 shots.
Did you do any
As I
damage?
say, it normally takes 2.
Did you do
Sorry,
any
Justin.
damage to the previous leg? On the rear leg, there
No.
appears to be more bruising.
I didn't do anything with its leg there. It's possible I may have bashed it when loading it up, but I don't think I would have done that much.
Can we
Could
do a
you,
check to see what could have caused that damage?
Bruising
You-
doesn't usually happen after death, does it?
Does what happened after death?
Bruising.
You
Need
can
to be
still
alive
get-
to-
you
Not
can still
particularly,
get
no.
bruising. But it would be like a substantial bruise.
Yeah, like not that much anyway.
Now hold on. Mentha makes a good point. If all this bruising's so bad at the back of the animal, then why is the blood on the front, on its mouth, looking so fresh? Did it have these wounds before? It took bites out of folk, or animals. You say it was pretty hard to take down, right?
Yeah, 3 shots normally takes 2.
Which one was the third one?
Yeah, the third one was to the head. I got it to the floor of the 2 torso shots.
Mr. Sorry, Justin, you say?
Udra, my question is with this blood on the mouth being so fresh, could you potentially give us a location of where you found this deer? Maybe there could be something further out in the forest. Maybe we could find what it potentially might have been eating.
I got this one towards the northern tip of the rush forests. I can mark it on your map.
Could you
Yes.
repeat that for me?
The northern tip of the something.
northern tip of Rush Forest.
Okay.
Oh no, Rush Woods. But Forest Woods, same thing.
I think that's definitely a heading that we need to investigate, is to see what this thing could have potentially been eating, see if there's any remains that we could also investigate.
Yeah, for the leg, you can roll a heal check.
You already owned that to me. Good luck. Godspeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can do it on train, but
No.
I think he's fine. He's there.
Alright,
I can't
Demir, as you look over that leg, the bruising and whiteness of the skin leads you to believe that this was the deer itself, most likely, though it could have been another deer in its family, was gnawing at its leg to get at an itch. Though it has been very severely biting at it, and it's probably a persistent issue it had.
And just to sort of pull this full circle, the exposed ribs and the bits around here where the infection is, you been doing those cuts, or were they there when you had it?
those were there when I caught it. Since it had an itch there, it's possible it kept rubbing until it cracked through the skin.
I mean, that's a damn itch. I mean, look at it. That's a big wound. And strangely
As I
enough,
say, it was rather resilient.
And more about this green mass. Can we investigate to see what it could potentially be? Could it lead to the insect bite? Could it potentially be some sort of venom?
The skin is a bit too bulbous and discolored to really find what caused it now.
Well, it
Can we
looks to be
check
that we
in?
need to head out to that forest and investigate where you found this creature.
we said to me.
I was gonna ask if we could check the green spot anyways. If there's a check we could do for it anyways.
Yeah, once we get this, we can head out though. Clark, I get you.
You can roll a heal, yeah.
What was it about the bite you were saying earlier? Something about a vampire bite?
Well, we're saying that between Mentor and Crom, they think that whatever did this bite, it was some kind of blood draining creature. Whether or not it was a vampire or not, like, I've got to be honest, Crom's probably not educated enough to even know what a vampire is.
But you
he's
know
pretty
there are several types of creatures that could drain blood.
Yeah,
there
he knows
blood
about,
draining plants. There's also just mosquitoes normally do that as well.
So what I'm thinking is that could have potentially done some sort of venom or infection into the creature that then made it the same way, and that's why it craved meat, blood.
Maybe. I mean, it'd be a hell of an infection to make deer want to eat meat. I ain't saying it's wrong, I'm just saying it's, well, unnatural.
All of this is very unnatural.
Can we flip this beastie over and look at the other side too?
As you do that, a big noise plays. It's almost as if that wasn't a designed button to press.
It's a 2D image, you can't just rotate it. That's not how it works.
But no, if you flip it over, there isn't going to be anything new to find.
Okay.
Crom just makes a sort of a little prayer to Oskin, the Wanderer. As like a kind of, this ain't right. I mean, we've been eating something that's been doing this. I'm surprised we've just been getting ill. I mean, it's not like this thing was, walking around dead, right? That ain't real.
It was galloping about as usual. It had a bit more energy than the other deer. As I say, resilient.
Wait.
I notice, and your wounds that you inflicted on it don't seem to have bled much.
No, that's what I was asking. Did you... I mean, you tracked it. Did it leave a blood trail?
No, I typically fire one shot after the other rather quick, so they don't really get to flee, unless I miss. As for the blood, I already cleaned away the wounds so you could look at the creature better.
Okay.
Alright, I mean... Shit. Cromsol just walks away from the table at this point. He's just a bit, weirded out.
Well, I believe we found everything we do can
Just
about
to
this
make
creature.
sure that blood on the throat, was that you, Mr. Odra?
Blood on the throat?
Yeah, don't hunters usually cut the throat to bleed the catch? Was that you then?
No, I killed it and brought it back. I didn't want to do anything else to the body that would change your diagnosis.
I think what we need to do is either cover this creature up or potentially burn it, just to stop any infection that could potentially be spreading from this creature.
Now, hold on. You saw how hungry folk are out there. If there's anything we can't salvage, we should.
I can try and purify it.
Yeah, I can trial with that.
Are
But
you
I don't know
both
it.
using Purify Food and Water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Is there anything else you want to identify in the body for doing that?
Now that you mentioned the throat, I want to look at the throat. Is there a wound, or is that more bruising, or what's
It's
going on?
mostly bruising. It may have been when it fell over on its front.
Okay.
And that green spot, was there a check I could do for that one at all?
Yeah, I did say it's a heal check.
I didn't hear you, sorry. My rolls today, not good. This is not looking good for this, guys.
It is
Can try it.
indeed a
Untrained.
infection. Yeah, you can try untrained. It is indeed an infection. It is an infection.
Guys, I think it might be an infection.
Really?
And then we'll take some time to purify it as much as we can.
Yep.
Alright, so Menfa and Demir start to use purified food and water on the deer carcass in the hopes that they can make it a bit better for the village to add to their store of food. However, as you begin to purify the flesh starts to bubble and move, almost as if it had ants underneath the skin. After the movements, you can see tiny pinpricks shoot outwards as several worms start to jump out from the deer.
Oh, hell no.
And as the worms jump out from the pinprick holes, they jump from the table and, with their increasingly sized bodies, jump at the party. They writhe on the floor as they grow to the size of a forearm, making skittering and scattering noises with their mandibles. They hiss out loudly as they continue to jump at you. I need everyone to give me a initiative roll, please.
Are these animals? Because that kind of affects it.
Let me open it up.
We haven't got the
Oh
initiative.
no, sorry,
We
it
don't have
doesn't. It
initiative
affects,
rolls.
affects everything else.
They are not animals, no.
Okay. Damn.
We don't have an initiative button.
We do not.
Uh,
How dare?
I have it.
It's
Just
in the
token action.
thing.
There you go.
Yeah, there
If
we
you
go.
click off and click on, it should be there now.
There we go. It's in the bar. You can put it into your bar at the bottom if you want.
All right. If you wish to have knowledge rolls, do I have my knowledge thing? I do not.
Nature.
This is knowledge nature.
That's a little better.
Go on, Clark. Show us your knowledge nature. I believe in you.
I haven't got it trained.
Damn.
I have no knowledges.
Okay, you know that this is a infectious worm. This segmented worm is the initial stage, or larval stage, of a much more dangerous foe. It grows in size rapidly over its gestation period and isn't totally defenseless. Typically appearing in swarms, as worms are numerous, it is rare to see less than 3 of these in a group, and you can learn 5 traits.
Did we import the lever?
I
didn't.
haven't.
Okay. I mean, for now, is there anything that you guys want? I'm not really bothered about, apart from maybe special abilities.
Yeah, probably just. We don't need magics or anything like that.
Like resistances.
Like resistance immunities. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want resistance immunities, and then 3 special abilities? Is there anything else we really, really want? Like
That's
reach,
fine by me.
maybe? We'll go with 3.
You can note its size. They are tiny.
Okay, so they've probably not got more than that. Okay.
You can learn one more thing.
Movement, maybe? Speed? I mean, I'm good with speed if anyone else doesn't have anything in mind.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, speed's fine.
Cool. Speed is. I can tell Jas just hovering over his power card of, like, stab.
Alright.
What?
It
No.
resists water to 5 points. It is immune to mind-affecting effects. It has an infection bite. When bitten, a foe must make a fortitude save or lose 1 con per round for 6 rounds, and you can cure it with 1 save. And it has a speed of 20 feet.
Okay, good to know.
And first up is one of the worms who roll really well up to the north as they wiggle on the floor into Udra's square and bite at him. Ah! What are these things? Are these the son of the villagers?
Oh, I hope not.
Whatever it is, we need to dispose of them quickly.
Cheat. didn't have-
Udra is bitten deeply, though thankfully he crits his save and is not infected. What was Crom gonna say?
He'll look at Tamir and Menthra and say, "This never happened when you did this before, right? I didn't just forget the worms or anything." I'll take that as a yes.
This worm up here wiggles its way into Jamir's space and bites at him. Jamir, you would take 1 damage, and you need to make a fortitude save, please. You feel the bite fester, but you will off its effects, and it will go to Crom.
I'm torn between attacking and getting Tamir. It's Tamir's turn actually soon. He'll be fine. He can move. I'll 5 step to here, pull the axe out. Oh god!
Alright, so just to show Crom has his use outside of talking and knowledges, he brings up his butchering axe and lays it down into the floor in front of him. And instead of doing a cutting motion, he puts it on its side and smushes the worm until it's just a pool of liquid.
You
Okay.
complain about Sanders damage to level 5.
Okay,
Combo
yeah.
attack.
I mean, it was a
What the
crit.
heck, man?
I mean, he has got an exotic weapon. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And then he's gonna bite one of them. That ain't gonna work.
You indeed fail to bite at the worms who are infecting people.
Probably for the best. Alright, I retract any statements about damage. Alrighty.
Worm up top worms its way to Udra and bites out at him. and also hits him. And again, he staves off the effects. The Udra Hunter may survive. Demir.
These things can only touch or to reach things inside of their square, right?
Yeah, they are tiny. They need to be in your square.
Okay, I will take a 5-foot step then out of the square. And then I will move action to get my power staff ready, and then I'll shoot at that one that bit me.
Okay.
Oh. Apparently, I went to go. I did go with the axis with this one. I didn't go with the power staff. So instead, I'll go with the war axe that I have.
Rom
I
just
told
looked at
you.
Hey, I told you I had an axe.
I was going to say, I looked like a nice axe.
Yeah, I guess so. I thought I'd went with the power staff. I will be getting that eventually, anyways. But okay,
I think Demir has an infection of the mind.
I guess so. I forgot what I did.
You slice into the worm that hit you, and as you hit it, a lot of liquid starts to pool out onto the floor, and you can see the wound where you had cut starts to engorge. It doesn't repair itself, but it seems like it's still growing, and now that it's been let loose to oxygen, it is growing a bit faster. Clarke.
Clark will pull out her sword and attack the one in front of her.
Nice.
How'd you have +7 dex?
Because it
Yeah, wait,
uses
what?
my dex modifier. Wait, hang on.
Which should
One.
just be 1 times.
5. One sec, hang on, I'm checking the macro. Yeah, it's using 1.5 times by accident. Let me take that out.
It should be 2 less, yeah?
2 less, yeah.
Alright. You slash your sword down
All
as
fixed.
you cleave into that worm. It segments into 2 halves, wiggles about on both, and it goes still as it curls over. Mentha.
I was it back. Oh dear. Alright guys, be careful. I'm gonna try to geomance the worm in front of me. This guy.
Mm-hmm.
And this counts as indoors.
Yeah.
With this gun. And the sleep doesn't matter because mind affecting, but Demir and Chrome need a dexterity reflex save.
Or not again.
You blast out a spout of fire at the worm, and it explodes as the room smells with a smell of cooking flesh.
Oh boy, what do I get from that?
Half,
Right.
so 3.
3 damage.
Yeah, 3 fire damage.
Just thought, I didn't even need to roll that, did I?
Yeah, didn't know, it's just the adjacent. And the other worm also needs that.
What is the DC?
14.
14.
Yeah, it's the...
It saves. It still takes damage, though.
Do I take damage?
Hang on, I worded it weird.
I don't think Crom takes damage if you made it.
Yeah, reflex save to take half damage. So half damage if you succeed. And full if you fail.
Is it splash damage, or is it like just flat out anyone who's
That's
within that
any
5 feet?
adjacent creature to the target can make a reflex save to take half damage.
Okay.
So it's basically an AoE for the rest. The target takes full because it's a hit to
Damn.
hit. So yeah, sorry.
Would Demir not
Working
take
on it.
6? Would you have 5 resist?
Yeah, Damir would take 6 then, yeah, sorry.
Oh, whoa, okay. That's a
That's
lot.
That is a lot.
You hurt them more than the worm did. I think Demir needs to go to a new line of work, go back to the mercenaries. You're safer with them.
Apparently.
He's not used to working with amateurs, that's what it is. We're not very, we're not in sync yet. We'll get there.
This worm, 5 puts his way into the lovely embrace of Crom. Crom, you take 2 damage. I need you to give me a fortitude save, please.
Here comes the natty 1.
Alright, thankfully your fur is thick, and you only get a scrape and don't get a disease.
Alrighty.
Goes to Udra, who really does not like the situations he is in. He is going to 5-step to here. Gonna pull out a dagger and slash out. And damages the left one that is in his square. The worm continues to follow Udra. And will hit the man for 2. And he fumbles his save. The man becomes increasingly ill as you can see his skin green over and his shoulders become hunched. Oh, I don't like that.
You should fall back a little bit, Udra. Let us deal with this.
Would be nice if there wasn't so many. Crom.
See what I can do about that. He will attempt to flatten this one. Nope. He'll bite it though.
Is it tasty?
Probably not.
Gonna assume you bite it and then spit out whatever is in your mouth afterwards.
Yeah, it's more like a kind of like a savage, not like a grab and like a hold.
So as you go for a butchering axe, you instead implant your axe into the ceiling floorboards and let go of it, bend down to bite, and then go back up and pick the axe out of the ceiling. And that worm is severely bitten and no longer moving. And as you spit out its remains, it also engorges in the air, but it stops a few seconds after.
Damn, fasty little buggers. And I will 5-foot step to... No, I'll stay where I am.
Alright. This worm 5 puts its way into Clark's square and attacks her. And it will miss. It pinks off of your metallic armor. Demir. Both you and
boy.
Udra are not looking too good. You're looking hot, he is not.
I'm looking what?
You're looking hot because you just got burnt.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take a 5-foot step, and then I'm going to limit break. I'm going to do the healing one, 2d10 healing.
Nice. That's still more than enough for
All
everyone.
allies get 7 hit points back.
Oh shit, I just damaged myself. Okay.
Udra gets healed.
Thank you, X-Man.
So that's my move and my standard. I don't really have anything else I can do right now. So that's it.
Lark.
Clark forgot to do this last time, and I do apologize, but I could still have done it from my last turn. But she'll use her martial flexibility as a move action to grant herself slashing grace as a combat feat, which actually does make my damage dex based, whereas before it would have been strength based. But I could have done it on that turn anyway. So I'll just take out that turn's round. And then she'll 5 foot back and slash at that worm that just tried to bite her.
Alright.
Oof.
And even though you're more finessable, you miss as it wiggles around. Menfa.
Sorry, Mr. Demir. I'm gonna take out my power staff instead. And no, it's not gonna do much, but it's at least not gonna be hazardous to my allies. I'm gonna try and shoot the worm in front of Clark.
Cool. Touch.
Yeah, it's touch, but it's half water, half earth.
Oh, is it?
But it's 1 water and 4 earth. So 4 damage.
You indeed blast the small worm with a watery earth mud shot. It wiggles around, but it's still alive. But your friends, or I'd say friends, I don't know how they feel about you at this point, are thankful you don't hurt them.
It's alright. These things happen.
Goes to Udra, who is going to withdraw. Back to here.
Nice. That should be out of... Yeah.
And he staves off any further effects of the worm. Said worm is going to 5 step up into Clark's business and bite out at her. However, it just fails to jump up high enough and just bites at the air. Crom.
Rob, can I hit the one that's attacking Clark?
Yes.
Which one? There are 2 of them.
Yeah, that's what I mean, but I can't,
This
attempting
one, yeah.
to hit that one, I can't, miss and accidentally try and hit her, can I? I can aim for that one.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Alright. He'll try and butcher it. Wow, okay.
Alright, I lied, you cut Clark's head off.
God.
It actually would.
Yeah, so that's a whoops from me.
Glad this isn't 3.5.
That's me done.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 1s in a row, for the butchering axe. Okay.
It's a tiny worm, you're wielding a huge axe, and it's on your friend's leg, so it's kind of hard to hit.
Yeah, I guess he's
The leg off in the process.
You just go off some
Damn
toes, it'd be
spiders.
Clark 9 toes.
No, we're not
Literally,
starting this.
I like how he hasn't actually hit anyone with the blade of the axe yet. He's crushed one with the whole axe, but then nothing else. Alright.
This worm is going after the Varg, who is either very proficient or incredibly dull. And it goes to bite at his legs and gets a good ankle bite.
If these were animals, this would be a lot better.
You take 2 damage, and you can give me a fortitude save, please.
Okay.
The healer's done more damage with his axe than an actual axe. Than...
Ooh.
Not really, though.
Keeping that, I assume?
I can't change it.
You don't have hero points?
I do.
But he doesn't want to use them.
I don't want to use them yet, no.
Alright. Your wound festers, and you can feel a hotness in your veins as you take 1 con damage.
Damn.
Demir.
That's going to be on the one that is on Clerk.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Dandeed blasts that for 7 holy as it splatters its inside gooiness all towards the left. Alark.
Lark will carefully aim for the one that's attacking Crom and try and get it.
Get his toes instead.
Would it technically count as flanking or no?
No.
They're too small.
Okay.
I don't know if that's actually the case, but...
Oh, well.
Oh.
That's 2 crits in this fight against very weak foes.
I mean, there's been a lot of fumbles as well.
Clark also hates bugs, so...
You slice into the bug as its insides are splattered against Crom's leg.
Oh,
The bodies
sorry.
of the worms wiggle and writhe as they all kind of harden up and coil into themselves. I'll need Crom to give me one more fortitude save before anyone else can get to you.
Oh, okay.
Unless Menfa has some healing capabilities to get rid of the poison.
No. No.
Alright, Crom, you fight off against the effects and nothing further affects you.
Oh, okay. Let me just... I don't think the damage has kicked in on my sheet.
The con, unless it changes
Yeah.
your modifier, it doesn't hurt you.
It should have, because I'm on 14. Should have gone
So
to
14
13.
hit down 13.
Yeah, it's just not changed yet.
Click a recalc.
I have. I'll do it again. Yep,
Isn't your
still...
max 15?
No, 14. Unless something's changed.
But
No.
the damage to -2.
Might be that.
Changed it.
Yeah, change to 13 now. I put 2 damage in it. I'm confused.
No, you're not confused. You're poisoned.
Oh, I've put it in there.
Yeah, just put it to 1. We'll go with what the sheet
Yeah.
says.
Damn it, Mentha, you know I don't like fire.
Sorry. I panicked.
Alright. Hmm.
Demir's just beating the little embers out of his beard.
Yeah, you know when Clark was like, "Oh, sorry," when like she splatters stuff on Crom, he goes to like pick up the goo and throw it back, and it was like, "Wow, nah, that's not a good idea." Hey, Odra, you're looking a bit under the weather there.
Is Udra doing alright?
4 out of 5, right? Go back to the deer.
It's too late now. Well, I don't like the idea of those being inside of our villages, but I don't know if I like the idea of them being outside any better. That fucking... that itches.
Can I do a check to try to help them?
You can roll heal, yeah. Using some of the supplies in the basement, you're able to put a salve over the bites. Though one of you did learn about the poison, it isn't a permanent thing, but this definitely helps him immediately save against the next. Thank you, Demir, and thank the rest of you for dealing with those weird worm things. I don't recall ever seeing those in the forest before. Are they dead? He says as he kicks one of them.
Hell if I know. I think I want to turn into pasties, but they were doing that weird wiggly shit when they died. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Well, this is a development to be sure, and I'm pretty sure it's a bad one. What's this gonna spell for the rest of the village? Do you think anyone has these worms inside of them?
Hopefully not.
Maybe. I mean, unless we passed them out, might not be for. Well, I hate to say, but normal folk, but maybe the animals and the plants out there ain't doing so great. Best get out to that woodland, though.
Well, we've been cooking the meat, so maybe the worms died in that process, but their carcasses are what's making people ill?
Shit, you've been cooking them? Ah,
Well, we've been cooking the meat, not the... Well, we don't know if probably have been cooking the worms, too, if they've been in the previous meat. But they only popped out when you tried to purify it.
Yeah, step back. Look, we're gonna try that again. And I will
Alright.
go ahead and try to purify the deer again now that we've got a little bit of space.
Mentha will timidly step up and follow suit.
We're just gonna get a broom and start brushing the worms to the corner.
yeah, it'll give him a hand.
As you go over and purify the meat of the deer again, you definitely are able to purify the meat around its front legs. However, the rest of its body starts to fizzle and bubble and melt away into a very grayish oil.
Crom, do you want to chop that back half off?
Well, don't mind if I do. I ain't used the blade yet, and he'll just take off the bits he can. I mean, it's called finesse for a reason, right?
You won't need to cut it off because the rest of the body has melted. It's only the
so it's
front
just-
part that they
right.
purified that you could take from it. I mean, I guess you could cut the bone away if you want.
No, I don't think I can. Like, I can't. I know it's cool. Like, as a joke, I'm calling the axe finesse, but I don't think I can do a cut like that.
Is there like a drain down in this area anywhere?
A drain in my basement? No.
Or
Not
do you
anywhere where
normally
you hang the
bleed
meat and bleed
animals?
the animal.
I don't do that down here.
No, you're hanging outside, right?
I have a place around the back of the hut to do that. I don't exactly have the infrastructure to be doing that in my basement, unless I want to be paying for maid services every week.
Look, I get this is all fascinating, but don't we have an investigation to keep going for? I mean, damn, those bugs were. I mean, shit, I ain't never seen them before.
Do we know what these things will grow up into when they metamorphosize into their adult forms?
You do not. Since they are worms, you can, like, guess at a species, but the species would be wide branching with different races in it.
Alright.
We best get out to them woods.
Aye.
Come on.
If you are wanting to ask about, did you mention vampires earlier?
Vampires? What the hell's a vampire?
Not you, Crom. Somebody else in your party mentioned vampires from the bites or something.
Well, yeah, the bite marks look like incisor marks that are usually left by things that drink blood.
Well, there's a paladin passing through town. He's near the southern exit. If you want to go talk to him, he may know something.
Thank you kindly.
That's our heading, people. Let's go. And thank you, Udra. Hopefully we didn't cause you too much trouble.
You just caused me some cleanup work. I'll do something for these worms. I'd
Take
give them
care
a
now.
Fishman.
Danae, eat them.
I won't.
That meat should be good, though.
Crom's like salivating, but he's like, no, the village. No.
Alright, and as you make your way outside, we shall have our break here.
Alrighty.
And I should be right back. All different flavors of a juice. Alright,
Speaking
we're
of
back.
which, is Mentha blue right now?
Oh my god, maybe.
I mean, it was just one glass of blueberry juice. I don't think so.
So just your head.
There might be like a slight tint, but it's very unnoticeable. I imagine if they drank like, I don't know, a tankard, then maybe. But like
Right.
one glass. Depends on how highly concentrated the juice was.
I know we've got a mystery to solve, but there is a tavern nearby. I think we need to put this to bed. And I need to try and outdrink Clark, which I won't, but I'll try.
Certainly try. Alrighty. Leaving Udra's basement, you head back out into the village. And as you look around, you may have thoughts of anyone being infected with those worms. But with the image of Udra saying that they definitely cook their meats, it's possible they just have the carcasses in their stomachs.
The raw meat that I've eaten. Ah, shit. Okay. Better not get attached to Crom then. So, it was the south path, right?
Yeah.
Well, come on. How's everyone looking? I guess Crom's like a bit bruised, but he's okay generally.
I'm fine.
Alright. Come on, Clark, I thought this is your town.
My beard on
I'm
the
on
other
my
hand.
way.
Your beard? Oh, damn. Is there any missing, or is it just singed?
It's just singed, I would assume.
Okay. When you heal, does it heal your beard?
I don't think so.
I'm
Damn
sorry,
long
Mr.
legs.
Demir.
Hello
I'll
there.
be more careful.
Wait up, you long legs.
Don't you worry about me, it's alright. Just don't set me on fire again.
I won't.
I'd ruffle your hair, but you don't have hair, so I'm just gonna, like, I don't know. Pat,
Ruffle your leaves.
yeah, like
you're gonna
pat
have
the
leaves.
leaves, I guess.
As you make your way to the southern exit of the village, you come across a man dressed in full red plate armor, with a red shield in his hands and a flail dangling from his waist.
Hello there.
Hello! I've seen you around town before. Clark, is it?
Yes, that's the one. And you must be the paladin I've been hearing about from Udra.
Word gets around town, though I have been here for quite some time. I'm a paladin, yes. I follow the deity Lakshmi.
Let me introduce the rest of our party. This little one behind me is Mentha. The big oaf is Crom, and then you have Demir, who's the dwarf.
Pleasures to meet you all. My name is Karat. What can I help you with? You're not wanting to convert, are you?
Sorry, Mr. Carrot. No, we got our own guard.
It's Carrot.
Carrot? Like, is that a spicy carrot?
No.
Crom, that's his name. And you're being rude. That's enough.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Carrot.
It is Carrot.
I see.
Karat. I'm sorry. My deepest apologies. No, Mr. Karat, I was wondering if you could give us a hand with something.
I suppose.
So, you see, we just went to go and investigate this animal that Udra brought in, and it looked like it had some sort of bite, potentially an insect bite. But there were talk of vampires or anything. I didn't know if you know anything like that, or potentially any local information that might link to it.
I was having such a good day as well. Why would you most bring undead into this?
Wait, they real? Oh,
Yes, they're quite real, and it is one of the sacred duties of the Lakshmi followers to rid the world of the undead. Either you're alive and receiving our healing, or you must be burnt or buried.
Anyway.
What do you wish to do about the undead?
Well, and Clark would try and describe the insect bite. Maybe Mentha could probably go into a little bit more detail. We come across this bite that happened on a deer, and then upon looking closely at the deer, they look like they have been eating something with flesh and blood, as it was dripping from their mouth, quite fresh, which was quite unusual considering deers are herbivores. They don't eat meat.
Disgusting tale indeed. Though if it was a deer, I am doubtful it would belong to a vampire clan. Those monsters only dine on humanoid blood. You're most likely wanting some sort of ghoul, maybe a vampire bat of sorts. There's also those... I can't recall. There are blood-drinking plants that are kind of spiky. I don't think they are native to this land, though. If you're looking for those type of creatures, however, many blood drinkers like the darkness. The forests don't exactly allow those creatures to persist. I did hear there was some silver mines to the northeast. They would provide an interior, but they might not like the depleted silver veins. Though it could be a place to hide in the open, if you will. Why search someplace they would not be?
Just from general knowledge, how close would the silver mines be to the forest?
You can roll knowledge local. And everyone besides Demir can have a +2 to it.
Can I roll it untrained?
Yes.
Well, +2 to
You
that.
definitely don't know.
Yeah, +2 to that.
I honestly don't know if it's worth me doing. I'll try.
Come on.
You get a +2 because you're a native.
Nope.
You got a 2. You got a 2.
You barely know where you come from, let alone these mines.
Yeah, that tracks, honestly.
I'll ask Karat if he can maybe mark it on our map if he knows.
He'll definitely mark the general area on the map. However, both Mentha and Demir know where it is. And from Meta, it is a 48-mile distance, which is going to be 2 days if you go by normal walking speeds. But since you have a dwarf, you may not be doing that.
A dwarf who can cast Mount.
Okay, with a dwarf who can cast Mount, it's probably going to take 2 days.
Interesting. Well, thank you very much.
I just carry Mentha, because I have like 40-foot speed. So would that help?
Doing the what now,
Can
sorry?
you carry me?
No, I could carry Mentha, because I've base 40 speed, so I could probably keep up with a horse for a time.
That might slow you down, but dwarfs are medium, aren't they?
No, Mentha, she's small.
No, I'm asking if dwarfs are small
Yeah,
for
dwarfs are
riding on
medium.
gibbs.
Sheep?
They're medium?
No.
Okay. So, yeah. I was thinking if you could have 2 small creatures on Mr. Gibbs, but there's only 1 small creature in the party, so that wouldn't work either. But if you carry Menfa, you may be able to go at 40, depending on your carry capacity and how heavy he is.
That's good information.
They
there.
are 47 pounds, plus 7 for gear.
Let me check. If I left some of my equipment behind, I could probably do it.
Your axe?
Yeah, leave the axe behind. You don't need that.
I have a lot of shit on me, in all honesty with you, but
No, if you need Mr. Gibbs to carry anything, he can carry some stuff.
that's what I mean. Like the tent, the bedrolls, and whatnot. If I put that on
You're
Gibbs,
definitely
I
going
can
to need
carry
to
them.
have some sort of saddlebags if you're putting a tent on it.
Nah, I'll keep it as it is. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Well, that's mighty fine information there, Carrot. Karat. Looking at this
There
map.
eventually.
Looking at this map, is it towards the Rush Woods? Will we have to go through them, or is it in a different direction?
The Rush Woods are directly north. The mines are to the northeast. You could pass through a bit of the Rush Forest, but it'd be quicker to just go straight to the mines. But it would be on the way, because they're both north in that kind of direction, but the mines are northeast.
Do we want to check out the Rush Woods where this deer was found, or do we want to go straight maybe to the source of the issue?
I feel like we should continue to investigate this deer issue first. So maybe we should first head off to Rush Forest.
I agree.
Yeah, there might be more fresh tracks there.
Yeah, I might be able to track down whatever did this, and if it goes back to the cave, then so much the better. Thank you, Mr. Paladin.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Karat. And Clark will like stick out a hand to shake, but do like a warrior handshake.
He will shake your hand, though you see he's visibly deterred from your party for how many times you mispronounced his name.
Well, let's head
Charisma
on
6
out.
in 7. Let's go.
Is the time of day still morning?
Yeah.
Right, then we should head out immediately.
Miss Clark, do you know anyone? Damn it! that accent just sneaks up. Do you know anyone who's got a cart or something that we can borrow? My legs aren't so long like y'all.
Let me have a think. Do I know of anyone in the village that could potentially lend us a cart?
You would know that since the farmers are kind of bedridden, they're not exactly using theirs, but it may take some talking for you to take it into the dangerous parts of the woods.
We could potentially borrow from the farmers, considering they're not really using them at the moment. But I'll have to ask them first. I can't just take it from them.
Are you sure about that?
Sure. I mean, they know me, and they know my family. We do provide them with food every now and again, so I'm sure they could lend me a cart for the time being.
Are you sure we have to ask?
Yes, we definitely have to ask. These are my friends, you know.
I don't know if you'd noticed, but none of us are very good with words.
I would say, you're saying all of this in front of me.
Exactly. You now have Mr. Karat as a witness to say you want to just take a cart.
Not take it, just borrow.
Come on. If we're going to
Borrowing
go to the
without
farm.
permission is theft, and I will have to report that.
Exactly. Listen to Mr. Plate Mail. Come on.
You
May as well
hear,
make our way there.
you hear a shifting of chainmail and a clinking of armor as Karat is following you.
Ah, good. A fifth person. Maybe he can help us.
Yeah, maybe we can come across one of those undead creatures.
I
Give
can
us a hand
help
there.
you not go to prison.
Marble gardens.
Where would I need to go to one of the farmers' houses?
It'd be the northwest, the one with all the cabbages.
The one with all the cabbages.
As you go up to the house, you can see that there is a hunting-looking man, though his skin is pale and he has sweat going down his brow, and his tunic is it's darker than it should be. Oh, Miss Clark, how are you doing? You need some... Oh.
Without even talking to him, I'm just going to go up and try to help him.
Okay, how are you going to help him?
Try to give him like a heal check or something like that to help him with whatever he's ailed with.
Do you have a healer's kit?
I thought I did. Hold on. I do not, apparently. I could have swore that I was going to get something like that. I do not.
Hello. Sorry, I'm really struggling to remember your name. Can you remind me your name again, please?
Clark, you've already... he then just, like, pulls out a piece of paper from his pocket and throws it to you, as he can't say it. But it's a flyer looking for some help, and it says that his name is FFd20.
FFd20. Ah, Mr. FFd20, of course. You really don't look well at the moment. Is there anything I can help you with?
Unless you got a cure for whatever this fucking thing is. Unless you wanna work, Clark? I got some guilt.
Unfortunately, I don't think I have the time at the moment to help you. We're currently in the middle of trying to figure out why this meat's getting tainted and to stop whatever's happening to you right now. But I'll be sure to come back. But I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Also, just double checking the heal skill. You don't need a healer's kit for disease and poison, so you could roll that, but it will take you a few minutes.
Okay, I will just start doing that.
What did Clark say, sorry?
She basically said that she currently hasn't got the time to help because she's trying to figure out why the meat's getting tainted at the moment, to basically support him with that first. And then she asked for a favor.
Sure. What is it?
Well, I know that currently the farmers aren't really in the best of shape, so I was looking to potentially borrow their cart, just so we can use it for travel purposes, and then I'll bring it right back, hopefully in completely working condition.
Hopefully, you say. Roll me diplomacy. I know how well Jack B is with carts and carriages.
That could have been a lot worse.
Well, actually, I feel a bit better from your shorter friend here. Sorry, I won't remember your name. Sure, carts round back. Just take the sacks out and bring it back when you're done.
Thank you, Mr. FFd20. I'll be sure to bring it back. And she lends out her hand to handshake.
His hands are currently being washed by Demir.
Quit your wiggling.
I'll just pat his shoulder instead. Okay, guys. Looks like we got a cart to borrow. As Clark goes around back to find the cart.
Crom looks up from attempting to put Mentha in the well as a joke. Oh, you got it? Oh, dang.
As you get the cart, it's definitely a small one just for carting around at vegetables and the like. Mechanics-wise, it can hold 2 medium creatures in the back and 1 driver.
And Clark wheels it out. Here we
Gibbs
go.
gonna be alright doing it on his own?
Yes.
Alright.
I'm sure Gibbs has got this in the bag. Don't you, boy? See? And Clark will begin
sniffs
to...
at your pocket where you have his seeds.
Clark will begin to strap the Clark onto Gibbs. No, the Clark onto Gibbs, that doesn't work. The cart onto Gibbs.
I attach myself to my horse.
And then we'll offer him a bag of seeds.
There you go, all better. Make sure to drink lots of water and get some rest.
Thank you. Small. Yeah, I was. I'm gonna go sit down, I think.
I'll be sure to come back and help you with whatever you need help with later. Bye! And start walking off.
I'm gonna check the well. How's the well water look?
The well water looks well.
It's got good volume to it. It's not like...
I mean,
running
it's
out.
definitely being used more often, but it has enough in it. You're looking in the water there, big man.
I was thinking about trying to fill it up.
The kid in front of you wiggles around on his snake tail as he looks up at you. You're like Papa, ain't ya?
Just a wee bit.
You one of those mercenary folk he's always talking about.
Aye, your pa and I go way back.
Way back before I was born?
Aye. I doubt you ever heard of me, though.
I don't think, Pop has talked much about other dwarfs. Mostly just talks about the village.
That's probably a good thing.
Say, you're from outside the village, ain't ya? You know of any, settlements outside that host a blitzball?
Go on.
Oh, nice local. You most certainly do.
I sure do, sir.
Do they have, what's Papa call them? Youth leagues?
I believe some places do.
I'll have to get you to talk to Pop so he can note it down on a map. He said I can go play blitzball, but I'm only allowed to go into the youth leagues. Once I pass 14, I have a, he calls it a bionic advantage.
I'll have a word with him.
Thank you, sir.
Aye, no problem. Throughout that whole conversation, Demir was just like continuously casting create water one after the other into the well.
You do you know that water's gonna disappear in a day?
Is it?
Yeah. The create water only creates water for a day unless it's consumed.
Oh, I thought it was permanent water.
No.
Eh,
I mean, it probably still helps.
the village
Oh, yeah.
needs it.
It's still fresh
Yeah.
water and it's being used.
I mean, it's gonna mix in with the real water, so it's gonna have like a blend of created and normal water, but it'll help a bit, yeah.
It's like
For the day.
mixing chemically pure water with mineral water.
Yeah. The
So
young
do we
lad
need
just
to-
scratches his beard as he looks at yours and wonders why his is longer.
So do we need to go from the north or the south to get to the forest?
North.
North.
Right, Demir, you gotta hop in. What about you, Mentha?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna take the car, yeah.
Sorry, Crom. You're walking.
Oh, I wonder why.
Right. Let's head out to this forest.
Would you like a horse of your own, or a chocobo?
I'll be phased enough.
Margaret,
dog
can you
tired.
send a letter to my mom and dad to say that I'm heading out the village for a while?
What? Yeah, sure, Corpo. Moglet just kind of like jumps over the side as he was sleeping in the cart.
Just remember to
Thanks.
sign it to Caesar. And then it like crumbs out of earshot by that point.
Did he say something? Ah, no.
I don't know.
As you make your way northwards, you pull out your map to see where you're heading next.
Just as a point of order, when we're not using this map, I've got a map case, so I'll put it in there in case it gets water damaged.
Even though the letter that you had was damaged.
Look, priorities.
I like that.
Oh yeah, if you
Yeah.
hover over the images, they should give you some details.
That's
Nice.
cool. That's a new thing. I like it.
What is Crom's movement speed?
40 base, 50 when running, charging, or withdrawing.
Okay, just give me un momento. Alright, I've updated the speed. So the slowest you go is at 40 feet, because it goes to the slowest member.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine that the Gibbs is slowed down by the car anyway.
Gibbs is not slowed down by this car unless he's going to be over encumbered.
Oh damn! All right, fair enough.
But currently, you are situated within the village of Meta. You know of one place towards the north, which is Rush Forest, and the Slip Silver Mines, which two of you were able to get for your knowledge, off to the northeast. If you hover over them, they should give you a brief details of what they are or who you heard them from.
One MP for 2 hours of horse riding. I mean, or chocobo riding, I'd rather say. Pretty easy to get you something to ride.
Sometimes you just don't have the capability.
Yeah,
And
it's
it gets
alright.
better.
He's a big boy.
It gets
He
better
can run.
later on as well. Sorry, Justin.
No, nothing. I still just love the fact you can hover over these things and it tells you stuff. That's cool. I really like that.
Mm. I have a long way to go.
It's nice because it just means you can, if you start to forget stuff, you can hover back over and it just jogs your memory.
So, were you going to take a mount, Chrome, or no?
No, if he does take a mount, it's still going to be 50 foot total.
Oh, okay, that's not that big of a difference.
Because the horse is 50 foot, Chocobos is 60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, save the MP.
Okay.
We can still make 34 miles a day, which this is like we can do that in half. So we can make it to Windbush Forest today.
By lunch.
Probably like afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, we get there and we'll stop for lunch.
I've got 10 rations. I don't know what everyone else's food situation is.
Well, I can do some hunting, but I have
I also
got
have 10 rations.
something which actually is not on me, it's on my horse.
Yes, hunting in a plague-ridden area.
Eh, you never know, might find some berries or something. I got 5
Foraging.
rations.
Hmm.
And I got 5 animal feed as well.
Okay, yeah, so I'll take it. Mentor, have you got your own, or do you want some of ours?
I got create water. I don't eat.
Of course, yeah. So, should we just all take one out now for if we're going to stop for lunch before we go in?
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Oh, feed Mr. Gibbs as well.
Are we using up one of our food supplies for the day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I take it this isn't like a rest, but we need to eat at some point.
Yeah. Alright, as you travel to the north to make your way into Rush Forest, I need everyone to roll me a D100, please.
Here we go.
I'll take that. Above average.
Yeah, ignore that.
Wow. Actually, all
Very
kind
middle of the road.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Averages out to like 54, 55.
Alright, as you are making your way northwards, the path between Meta and Rush Forest still has plenty of trees, though not enough to be called a forest jungle or what have you. Though by the time you do get into Rush Forest proper, it becomes very difficult to see more than probably a mile or two in front of you or all around you, as the trees become thick and block most vision. The canopies create a wonderful and beautiful design of different shades across the floor, sparkles of light coming down every so often. As you make your way through the more nicer parts of Rush Forest before you get to your destination within it, everyone can roll perception.
And who said Clark wouldn't see things?
Look at this. Were these rolls in combat, Crom? Come on.
Same.
Same. I
Okay,
rolled a 1.
so everyone easily hears this. Off towards the east, possibly just a few hundred feet, you can hear the dripping of water, almost as if it's going between those calming wood things. When they drop water, then they go to the other side and go clonk. Outside of that, you can hear the singing of a small creature as they say, "I'm a sprouted, I'm okay. I sleep all night and I shower all day."
He's one of your folks, Wiglet.
I don't know. Do I recognize the voice?
Roll me a d20. It's a voice. You don't know.
I guess we better go and investigate.
Sounds good to me.
Just try not to startle whoever it is. Last thing we want to do is make him scared.
Startle? Hell, we nice folk. Well, I'll just startle them.
They're pretty big.
Pretty big. Alright, you say so. I think I'm average.
Well, you know, tall. From my point of view.
I get your point.
My point of view, the Jedi are evil.
I guess Crom will just stand at the back then.
Are you still riding the cart over to them, or are you dismounting? It is only a couple hundred feet. It's not that far of a distance.
Clark would dismount. He doesn't want to put any, like Mr. Gibbs or the cart into any sort of danger. So just tell him to follow along, but at a distance.
Alrighty. As you follow the singing and the water noise, you find a very small clearing, probably only like a 15-foot radius of a clearing, and you can see that there is a pseudo shower spot set up, as the clogging of wood shows a makeshift shower, and beneath which is a mandragora. And upon noticing them, Medfa will recognize them outside of their voice as Sprattler. They see you approach as they kind of jump up, hit their head into the wood, and it bogs onto the other side, and they jump out of their makeshift shower. Why are you sneaking up on us?
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to startle you, Sprattler.
Oh, hey, Mentha. I thought you said you were going on an adventure. You're back in the forest again.
I mean, I am. It's both the adventures in the forest.
Ah, keep to what you know. I see. So
Well,
what
I mean,
brings
most of
you...
the area's forest anyway, so where else would I go?
I suppose. What brings you folk here? There's a lot of tall ones here, and it's a Mandragora eater. He then points at the horse.
Oh, he's nice. He's well trained.
I don't know. He probably thinks I'm an onion. He then puts up his leafy hands into fists.
Don't worry. Mr. Gibbs has eaten recently. He's not going to eat you. Isn't that right, boy?
Mr. Gibbs licks his lips and gets rid of the saliva and neighs affirmatively.
Maybe.
If you say so, just make sure he is properly fed.
I just had a good lunch.
Oh, good. So, besides peeping on someone taking a shower, what brings you to this little clearing I've made?
We've been looking into these strange animals out here in this forest. You see that one that God, what's his name? Is it Ura?
Udra.
Udra, sorry. Udra, the hunter from back at the village, he says he shot down a deer out here. Hard to kill, too. You wouldn't happen to know where that was, would you?
I do hear a lot of deers getting hunted nearly every day. Probably in the north parts, but I stay away from the north parts. I've been seeing quite a few bigger animals about lately.
Big animals? Like what? I mean, bigger than the normal?
Yeah, their muscles are much more bulkier, but I don't really know. But I don't have muscles. I'm a plant. And a lot of them are covered in blood.
I mean, damn, that's pretty terrible. I mean, you're not told any folk in town about this? No one been out here? No nothing?
No, I just thought the animals were having some sort of Olympics.
What the hell's an Olympics?
Oh, it's when us Mandragora makes see who's the fastest to run from place to place, or who can quickly grow a plant. It takes some time, but I heard humans do something similar. They run too, but they also jump and they throw a ball.
Crom just looks at Clark like, is this true?
Don't look at me.
Damn, you folk are weird. And he kind of just steps back a bit. Well, seems like we know where there's some more of those creatures.
If you are heading over there, I did find a satchel. He then shuffles around behind the makeshift shower and picks out a satchel. He does it with two hands and kind of like waddles because it's probably the size of him, and he drops it next to you. It's a bit bloodied and torn, so I don't know if somebody just dropped it and forgot it, but if you can find the owner, you give it back to them.
Where'd you say you found it?
Up north.
Up north. Okay.
Yeah. I saw the animals, I saw that, and I thought, hey, not find as keepers, find and give. There's no saying, I don't think, but I wanted to return it, but I needed a shower first.
Brett, look, I wouldn't go into the north of the forest if I were you, but I gotta ask, how close you get to these creatures then? If you saw all this detail and you managed to get this here satchel.
I wouldn't say too close. Probably a seeds throw. I was atop a tree at the time. They got some good seeds at the top.
I see, and they didn't see you, nothing? None of them came for you? Sniffed you out?
Oh,
nothing?
no. One of them definitely saw me, but I was too far out of reach.
Alright. Looks like they ain't just attacking other animals then now. No offense, Twiglet, I thought you might be safe from it because you ain't got, blood.
Well, I mean, plenty of things eat plants still.
Yeah, I've been chased by a deer or two before.
Yeah, deer can get nasty.
I mean, damn, we're about to join that club. Apparently, they moved on to meat-based diet now. Alright.
I don't like the sound of that.
Neither do I, little one. Neither do I. Now, who did he give the satchel to?
He put it on the floor. It is Mother Earth's.
Growl will just pick it up and look at it, unless anyone wants to have a look at it specifically.
I
Nope.
wanted to take a look and see how fresh the blood is, or seems to be.
I know, he
It's-
wants inside it.
It's very clearly dried blood.
Okay.
Now, what we got in here?
Inside is a assortment of vials and parts of animals. However, it will require a detect magic and spellcraft to identify them, or you can give them a taste, which would require perception.
I'm gonna detect magic.
He's gonna just put these on the floor and just say,
Try spellcraft.
Same. How many spellcrafts do you need?
4.
Okay.
oh damn.
Okay, Demir, you will identify 3 of the items. One of them is commonly known anyway. There are 6 cure potions, 4 mental VXs, a light curtain, 2 twigs that you have no idea what they are, and an antidote.
Nice.
The twigs are they didn't get identified.
Yeah.
I take it we can't taste test the twigs, right?
No, I don't think so.
You let me see the description of these. You might be able to.
I assume no, I'm just saying.
Actually, no, they are not twigs. They are bowls with water in them. So yes, you could taste test them. If they do have a negative effect, you will be negatively affected. Who would have guessed?
Imagine. Alright.
I'll go ahead and do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, unless you've got a better perception than me.
I have +8 and more HP.
Same, and I can heal.
It's up to you. If you want to do it, do it.
I mean, I was identifying them. I'll do it.
Alright, let me check for this. You take a little sippy sip of the water, and it is cooling on the tongue, and it refreshes your throat. You could identify it as a you can identify them, because there are 2 of them, as healing springs.
Ooh.
These are all alchemical items.
Nice regen for 5 rounds.
That is good. Ah, Jesus, my voice.
Okay, you should be able to hover over Sprattler just below your tokens, and they should have a note. Hopefully that shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two
Ooh, Metal
seconds.
VX is nice. Yeah, light curtain is okay. Spratla has disappeared.
They are beneath your tokens, down bottom of the
There we
page.
go.
You should be able to hover him, just like the other map markers.
It works. Beautiful.
How are we distributed the items?
Who's taken what?
I mean, the light curtain's probably best for one of the backliners, unless. Actually, no. Isn't light curtain
It's
a
protect.
ranged attack? Oh, is it protect?
Light curtain is
Yeah,
protect
light,
for 5
light
rounds.
curtain is protect for 5 rounds.
Okay.
Metal VX is mage armor
Yeah.
for an hour. Light, yeah. The healing spring is regen, and then antidote and cure potions are
I'll take a cure potion if that's alright.
sure.
Just to, in case things go terribly wrong.
That would never happen.
Jasta, do you want the light curtain? Because I imagine your AC is pretty good and you've got no deflection bonus at the moment.
No, I can take it.
Mentha and Demir split up the metal VX.
Yeah, it's pretty best for you too. And then the antidote, I mean, I can carry it if you want, because, I mean, Demir, do you have any way of dealing with poison?
Not other than just regular heal checks.
Okay. If it's cool to you guys, I might hold on to it then.
Treating poison is a standard action. It doesn't take a heal skill. For a heal skill.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hold on to that then, if that's alright.
Yeah. Clark will take a cure potion if that's alright. What was it again? It's a 1d6 plus 3?
1d6 plus 1, I think.
Oh, 1.
1d6 plus 1 for the cure potion. It's plus 3 for the curing belt.
Ah, okay.
Do we want to split up the cure potions for the 2 casters as well?
Yeah,
If we
there's
go
4
sort of-
left, so go 2 and 2.
Yeah, 2 and 2 is pretty best. Just so we've all got at least one way of healing ourselves. So you guys don't have to, always rely on healing us, if that makes any sense. Because Demir strikes me as more of a blast mage, I'm going to be honest.
Absolutely not. That is not his job. I have one blast spell.
Fair enough. Well, maybe Mentha's more of a blast mage.
Not really. I have no offensive spells. I have one
just-
semi-offensive spell.
They're more of a kill my party members mage.
I also have nothing to care. I'm gonna go with buffs when I get them, but level 1 was kind of dry on those.
Fair enough. Oh shit, I need to make an attack for that net, actually. I'll do that now. Cool.
Do we want to split up the healing springs between anybody?
How many have we got? 2.
2.
They're
mostly going to be used out of combat because that's the best way to use them, really. So
That's what I'm thinking.
better for the 2 melee to take them, I think.
Yeah, if we take 1 each, that works for me.
Okay.
And we can always give it, like, we're just holding them for now. But we can always
Right.
give them to someone else if they need them.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Do you wish to talk to Spratler any further, or do you wish to continue on your way?
Nice. What was Hero Point for?
Because it was her random event.
Oh,
It's. I say
Nice,
her
nice,
because
nice.
she's a her, as far as I know.
As far as you know.
Exactly. Okay. But no, we should be cool then. I think we're just going to go straight to the Northern Woods, right?
Sorry we interrupted your showers, Spratla.
It's fine. If you're going to be taking that to whoever it belongs to, I can shower longer.
We'll do our best. At least try and find them. Right.
Yeah.
Spratler hobbles back over to their shower and climbs back in.
Big beasties. It's been about time. And Cromwell will just start setting off.
Climb back into the cart.
Returning to the cart and continuing on your journey, you go northwards until you reach the northern part of the Rush Forest. And with the cart, you definitely are able to make it before the day's end, as it goes into the afternoon. And as you make your way here, I will ask, is Mr. Gibbs just going to be for carrying things, or just to bring him into potential danger?
No, he's just for carrying things.
All right. As you come up to here, you all start to notice very visible markings across the trees. And remembering what Udra had told you, creatures tend to rub against the bark of trees to get at itches they can't normally get. And so this would lead you to believe this is where that deer was, or something that has a similar case.
Is it trackable at all? Like, is it are they in a direction?
It is indeed trackable because when they go to one tree, they'll go to another in the path that they take. And in this forested segment, it seems like it's going off towards the northwest, or they came from the northwest to the southeast.
Okay. Cromwell will attempt to track unless anyone else has got anything they want to do first.
Nope. I'll try and assist with the tracking.
Alrighty. Notes are in there.
I
Said
assist
it's
you.
an animal. Yeah. If it's an animal, it's a 27. If it's not, it's
26. Or is it a plus
yeah,
1 if I assist? Or a plus 2?
It's +2, so sorry, it'd be 28 if it's an animal, it's 26 if it's anything else.
Alright, looking over the markings across the trees, you're indeed able to track it very easily. Aside from that, you can see several of hoof marks into the floor.
I'm gonna go ahead and use one of the metal VXs real quick.
Alright.
I'll do the same.
Alrighty.
Where do the tracks lead, Mr. Crom?
Sorry, I have to build something out then. Where do they go?
Northwest.
Alright, Joe. I will be half speed for this because I haven't got the cool shit yet for it. I think it's. See you there.
Bye. As you get to here, Crom and I'm going to assume Demir is with you as well. Crom and Demir, your passive perception shows you that in this little shrubbery here, there is some glinting on the floor.
Ooh, shiny.
Careful, man. Don't know what it might be, but Clock, Twiglet, looks like we got some shiners in this bush.
Have a look, see what you find.
I'll sort of put his hand in and try and brush away the leaves to see what's in there.
Alright, as you brush aside the leaves of the shrubbery to get a better look at the shiny thing, it, in fact, itself is not shiny, it is reflective. As you can see, some very small pieces of shattered glass.
Does it look curved like it would be like a beaker or a vial?
It's hard to tell from what there's left. They're essentially just like fingernails of glass.
Well, this. Let me just note this down. Can we, like, how much is there? A fair bit.
Like, there's not a lot. There's just enough to put into your palm and like finger around with them. But there's like 3 shards of fingernail-sized glass. It's not enough to really put it together and see what it used to be.
I know it's fine. I was just thinking of picking it up, but I don't really have anywhere to put it, and I don't know how useful it'll be, so I'll just leave it there for now.
I will pick it up and I'll study it, see if there's anything residue or anything like that off of it.
Roll me perception. As you look over the glass, you don't see anything immediately different. It looks like glass.
Crom, do you smell anything on this glass?
Oh, I think because I got this nose, it's just for smell it. It will smell it anyway, but it's just being a bit of a. Nope.
An A about it?
As you sniff over the glass, it definitely smells as if it had something in it. It's a bit, not exactly minty, but it's like medicinal.
He puts it down and he's like, well, actually, it smells pretty minty, which is strange in itself, but maybe some kind of potion? Oh, substance?
Does it smell like any of the potions that we got earlier?
I don't think. Well, I don't think so. Nah.
It's happening to you too now, huh?
Yeah, I had that moment.
They're very close in how you do them, but the execution is not the same. But
Must have been some other hunters around these parts. Or something else. We better keep our eyes open.
Aye.
I'll keep following the tracks. Just let me know if you need the survival. So
Miss Clark,
northwest.
do you mind being behind Minta and I? We're not very good fighters, and if something comes up behind us,
Yeah, you best keep up then. Get those little legs moving. Otherwise, you'll lose
that's
sight of
why.
Crom.
As you get up to this point, Mentha and Demir will again notice something shiny over here.
See it there, do I?
It is Demir and Mentha.
Okay.
Oh, up ahead, there's more something shiny under that tree ahead.
Damn, I didn't see that one. Look, just be careful. This no seem right to me. We're hitting a clearing, so you got some weapons. You best get them out now. And he'll draw his butchering axe and keep going forward.
Draw my war axe.
Amanda's having their power staff.
It sounded like you said you were sucking your power staff.
That's a different adventure.
Well, they're a plant, so I guess they do like mud.
I will give him a sniff.
Yeah, once I pull them out, are they the same amount, the same size? Do they look like they might be part of something else?
As you move over to the shiny things, they are again reflected, but also a bit shiny. As when you get closer or pick them up, you can find that there are two arrowheads made up of obsidian glass.
Hell.
Oh, that's painful.
Oh no, no hunters using this kind of material.
Poor beastie of anything that gets hit by these.
Hey Clark, you seen any arrows like this in the village?
Do I notice anything distinctive about this arrow potentially coming from the village?
It's just the arrowheads, but you're pretty sure that the village would not be using obsidian glass arrows.
There's definitely nothing that I recognize from our village. Definitely from some other hunter.
And the tracks, so they continue northwest.
They stop around here. However, as your group is conversing about the obsidian glass and the tracking you have been doing, you hear a moaning noise similar to that of a deer, as well as a rustling of bushes and trees. A murder of crows flies away from the treetops as the stampeding of feet of a beast makes its way towards you. Crashing through the leaves, the bushes, and the woods, you see a mutated and malformed mass in front of you. Its muscles bursting through its fur, and its antlers malformed into a, one could say demonic, but a aberrant form. Its maw has within it several sharp teeth, which are not a common sight to what you would have said was a previous boar. They look at you with saliva dripping from their fangs and red glowing eyes. Smashing their antlers turn into weird clawed hoofs into the floor. It's like antlers, they're hooves. As they roar towards you with anger and hunger in their eyes.
That's not normal.
Oh, what the hell? And then, like, we go into initiative.
We currently only get 1 limit break a day, right?
Yes. This song is just very quiet today. I don't know why.
It's audible.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Alrighty. And with this creature in front of you, if you wish to do a knowledge, it is knowledge nature. Okay, this is a mutated deer. A hideously mutated and malformed male deer, whose antlers have cracked and grown to abnormal sizes, alongside its muscles engorging past its fur. You can learn 5 traits.
Same again, or do we want to go for something a bit different?
That's fine. Did we get the lever imported or no?
That'd be up to Jack, because it's his macro. Or Jaster.
I will card it over.
Or no, I'm good with the same as last time.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, give me a few seconds.
It's alright. Is that in order, the initiative? Because Clark's at the bottom. There we go.
Now it is.
Nice.
You can learn 2 extra traits.
Let's go with weakness. And
You want reach?
I'd say reach might be an idea.
It's a
Yeah,
larger creature, yeah.
please.
Alright.
That really reminds me of the monster from The Witcher.
It is.
Oh, is that it? Okay,
Yep, that's the closest image I could get for what I was thinking.
fair enough.
I also didn't look for The Witcher, that's just the one that came up.
No.
Alright. It has a resistance of water 5. It is immune to mind-affecting effects. It has no special abilities, or at least none that in that list. It has a weakness to ice, and it has a reach of 10 foot.
Okay. Is it an animal?
It's indeed an animal, yes.
Okay.
We'll be starting with Clark.
There you go. It's carted over.
Cool.
Clark will. She will, as her move action, grant herself a combat feat, which is going to be Slash and Grace. And then she will 5 foot to here and ready an attack if it comes near her.
Alright. Demir.
Oh, I don't know what the best thing to do is.
If you hold till after me, I can give you a buff to stuff if you're thinking of attacking it.
No, I'm going to go ahead and... What kind of armor do you wear, Crom?
It's hide, so light.
Can I do... Is this... Oh, touch. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and give you mage armor.
Okay.
That's going to give you 4 AC instead of the 1 that you get from hide. Or 2.
I get 5 from hide.
You get 5 from hide?
Yeah, you get 4. Yeah, you get 4 hide from hide armor and then +1 from dex. Sorry, so at 15.
Oh, never mind. So that wouldn't do you any good.
No.
I guess I'll just cast light at that thing then.
If you're gonna, no, that's alright. Go for it. You didn't need me anyway.
I mean, it's versus touch, so.
You blast the creature with a burst of holy magics. It is not illuminated by the light, however.
That's fine.
That it?
Yep.
Rob.
As a move action, I will use Hunter's Bond. So everyone within 30 feet will gain half my favored enemy bonus, which is +1 on the following things against this creature, because it is an animal, right?
It is an animal, yes.
So you gain these against it, as well as +1. It's +1, sorry, for these skills, and +1 attack and damage against it. That will last for... It doesn't say. I assume until it's dead.
Those last number of rounds equal to your wisdom.
Oh, sorry, so it'll last for 2 rounds. My bad. He'll 5 step to here. Axe is already out. And try and give it a chunk of a bite.
You used to move action for your hunters, so you can only have the 1 attack.
That's fine. Not a problem. I was going to ask that. I take it that's the case. Oof. Probably going to hit, though.
You slash deeply into mutated deer, and blood spurts across the floor. And it definitely looks like the deer is hobbling at this point. Almost tore through its arm. Alright. The deer was going to be attacking Demir, but after what Crom just did, it's going to change its mind and go for you.
Plan, I think, maybe.
It rushes its head upwards with its antlers, though misses you. And as it goes up, it brings up its forearms and smashes into Crom's face twice. Crom doesn't have DR, does he?
No.
Okay. Crom is severely bludgeoned to the left and to the right, with the right one bringing you to the floor and pretty much like crushing your back into the ground for 16.
Jesus, okay, I'm unconscious.
Says the one who just did 24.
Yeah, but if you hit me with the antlers, I'll probably be dead. Ah, God, what? There we go.
Wouldn't you be at -4?
At
You were at
16,
12,
yes.
weren't you?
No, you're right. My maths has failed me.
The deer is then going to 5 steps you here.
I was going to limit break. Fuck.
Medfa.
I don't know. Well. I don't think I can do anything about Chrome Light right now, so I'm gonna... Clark doesn't have any deflection bonuses to AC, does she?
Currently not.
Alright. I'm gonna move over to here and... give you Wind Arbor. So that's +2 deflection bonus to AC.
That it?
Yep.
Lark.
Demir, are you going to be healing Crom or not?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, if that's the case, then Clark will move to here, which will provoke.
Yep. The mutated deer will rack up its antlers at you. And both of them dig into your armor, finding the chinks between them as you are pierced several times into your torso. As you take 12 damage.
Wow. Well, that hurt.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage, but it does open up the opportunity for
Limit break.
Which, if it's the case, she will limit break, giving herself her critical strikes limit break, which is a swift action, meaning that her first attack will automatically crit. So give me 2 seconds.
If it hits, yeah.
If it
That would
hits
be-
indeed, that is
Is that
awful.
the +1? Yeah. Damn.
Well,
You got hero points though.
Yeah, screw it. I'll hero point to reroll that.
Alright.
That's a bit better. And then
Alright.
obviously the crit confirm is 4 higher because of the limit break.
You don't have a crit confirm. You just auto crit on the first.
Oh yeah, that's true.
As Clark brings down her sword, as this thing has her impaled on its antlers, she feels as if she wasn't going to be able to crack through its skull, but a bliss of the wind comes from above, maybe from a large bird, as the forceful wind pushes on the handle and allows your sword to break through. As it digs through its forehead, you can hear it crunch through the sinew and bone inside as it pierces the creature's brain. It writhes in agony as it throws Clark to the side and falls to the floor, kicking out and stopping its motion shortly thereafter.
Alrighty. First things first, I'm going to rush up to each of the. Well, first I'm going to go up to Crom, and I'm going to dump his spring water in his mouth.
Oh.
That should bring you up to 6 total.
Regen 5.
No, the spring water is regen 2 for 5 rounds, so a total
Yeah.
of 10 HP.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I just put that in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can just do plus 10.
Yep. Ugh, what happened?
And then I will hit you with. Hold on. I'm going to check which one's better.
If you got lay on hands, I'll be fine.
No, I've only got cure and regen.
No, I mean the ability. Oh, is it second level you get it? Lay on hands.
Yeah.
Ah. We got those potions, so
Yeah, that's true. You could just take a potion.
I'll take a potion. You look after Clark. Thank you.
I'll give you my second potion, so you don't have to use the one that you have currently.
Oh, I did not put stats in for that. Never mind. Well, thank you, Demir. That did me a hell of a lot harder than I thought it would.
As you spend your time healing and getting people back up, you will hear, as well as notice, that the mutated deer's body is starting to decay rather rapidly. Similarly to the worms you had defeated previously, this creature's fur starts to fall out rapidly, and its skin starts to melt and bubble away to the floor. Its antlers become quickly detached from its skull as they fall onto the floor. But the antlers do persist.
Crom will pick those up.
The antlers are mighty, as they are definitely wider than your body, and if you wish to appraise them, you can.
Not my strong suit. Can't do it, I don't think. I've not got any points in it, it's untrained.
Appraisal does not require training.
Okay. 15.
With a 15, it is hard to tell the true value of this set of antlers, as they are malformed and much different than a normal deer's. However, you think they could sell for a couple hundred a gil.
God damn. Well. God's damn. Put these bad boys on the card when we're done. Clark, I think you're being healed by Demir. You're going to take your springboard.
I think they're both BRB right now.
Oh, are they both? Oh, they are.
They are
Fair
indeed.
enough. Okay, so Clark's going to get 10 HP at least.
Yeah, I can do that for him. Does
Well-
Mocha want to try appraisal?
Clark's just kind of waving these around.
Attach them to your own head, get a new natural attack.
Oh, I wish. And it was obsidian arrowheads, you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, they are 2 obsidian glass arrowheads.
When this thing dies, does all of it disappear apart from the antlers then?
Yeah, it's slowly melting away.
Would we have a chance to look at its ears?
A lot of you were very focused on the healing process. I would say Menfa could go do that.
Sure.
Alright, roll me perception. Alright, it's relatively easy to find, so you know what you're looking for. The DC was 10. As you look into the ear, you can see D17 is marked in it.
I will point it out or at least mention it so it's known before it completely vanishes with the rest of the year.
I'll be damned. It must become some kind of cereal or something. Who's making these? Well, I mean, do folk make these? Are you from the city? They common there?
Didn't I think so?
I mean, it was-
What was Clark using to heal? Did she use her
spring,
um,
yeah.
her spring? Okay.
Did Demir want to use appraisal on the Atlas as well?
don't remember if I've got a praise. Let me.
You don't need to be trained. It doesn't have the tick and requires training.
4.
You think they're worthless.
And these arrowheads then, just while waiting for Jas to come back, is there anything special about them? Like, are they enchanted? Like, if I show them to Mentha and Demir?
I'll pop a detect magic.
The arrowheads have a lingering magical aura on them. So they did, and it's been used.
They did have something.
You can roll Knowledge Arcana to learn the school, but you won't know the particular spell.
Untrained?
Yeah, no. Let me double check. Take magic. If the DC starts at 10, it'll be a yes. No, you cannot do that untrained.
Okay.
Does Mentha have Knowledge Arcana?
Nope.
Well, I guess you guys aren't going to be identifying a lot of things. Until next level.
And divine
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah. You'll also notice, just because you can see the magical auras, the glass you picked up also has a lingering aura on it. The shards of glass, not the glass, seeding glass arrowheads.
Right. Do they look similar? Like maybe something was
different.
poured. Okay.
How
shit.
different or why different, you'll have no clue until you level up and put points into it.
Okay. Are there any other tracks leading away from the forest at all? Or is this the source of those tracks, I take it?
The tracks you were following, mostly, were the rubbing marks against the trees. However, you did also notice there were antler marks, and you can roll survival to try and find any more of those here.
Okay. That is the wrong button.
You hide away from your party and go your own way. You are really experienced.
I got an 11 plus 9, which would be 20, or 22 with a... Do you just re-roll it? Is it easy for you?
You say it'd be a 20.
20 or 22 if it's an animal.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. From here, you can definitely see that the antlers have malformed into those weird claw hoof. Not antlers, I keep saying antlers. You can see that the hoof marks have transformed into the weird hoof/claw hybrids. As well as several humanoid footprints, as if somebody was wearing boots, sabatons, or the like, that go off towards the west, and what seems to be a set of carriage wheels going northwards.
Well, that's just damn plucker peculiar. Got carriage tracks going north, and then we got some humanoid footprints going to our left. You seen? I mean, I can't tell what kind of humans these are. I take it by the footprints. They're wearing boots or something like that.
They're in boots, yeah.
Yeah.
If they're wearing boots, it's going to be very hard to tell. You know, they're not Mithra, for starters. Okay. They're not Lamia, but outside of that, they're going to be humanoids.
What do y'all think? Should we go and try and see if there's someone who knows making any sense of this situation? Or should we go after that cart?
I don't know.
Can we determine how old the tracks are? Either of them?
With the 20, sure. The cart tracks are a few days old. They're dried in and probably going to be leaving soon enough. Whereas the footprints are much younger, at about probably a day or two.
Well, the footprints seem more fresh, so maybe start with that.
Sounds like a plan, Twiglet. I need to be the brains of the operation. Let's go. Demir, Crom might drink another potion because, you know, that hurt a lot. Nice. I am out of potions though now.
That was a most recently made potion, apparently.
Apparently so. Come on, yo. We might find him before. Actually, what time is it?
Afternoon.
Okay. Yes, I suppose
Early
we.
afternoon.
I suppose we could keep going that way. I know we want to go to Slip Silver Mines, but we should probably find out what's going on.
So, are you taking the footprints to the west or the wheels to the north?
Footprints to the west, I think, is what we agreed on.
That was my suggestion.
Yeah, and they're fresher, aren't they? So there's a higher chance that we can at least catch up to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
The footprints are fresher than the wheels.
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right. Following the footprints, you go on for another. It's about to say 8 hours. That's not how far you go. For another 2 hours or so. However, they continue going onwards and onwards, and surprise, surprise, they get fresher the further you take them. But they are continuing onwards to the west even further. But around this time, Mr. Gibbs is going to be getting tired.
We're gonna have to rest for the night, I think. No point in pushing it like this.
Yeah, we don't even know what we're chasing, so better to take care of ourselves first.
Damn right, Twiglet. Besides, I think we're doing pretty good for day 1 of investigation.
Sure has been a lot of weird stuff around.
Yeah. Certainly has. Weirdest thing is Clark's been quiet for a while, and that ain't natural.
I mean, she took quite a hit.
I took quite a hit.
You did, but you're tough.
Nah. You butter me up, Twiglet. Alright. Let me get them tents out, and he'll just start setting up camp.
Alright, who is taking what watch?
Prom will volunteer for like a late watch because he's the only party member with dark vision.
Is not.
Oh, have you got dark vision?
Yeah, you and I can split the dark watches.
That's fine. I'll still have like a lit fire, like 100%. Actually, no, I won't. We'll have it as embers, so it burns down, so it's not like a beacon, but it's still providing the warmth. But yeah, we can do that. Mentha, how much sleep do you need? Or do you even need sleep?
Just checking. I think I need sleep normally. It's just the food situation that's special. I will double check. I'm just resistant to. No, I'm immune to magical sleep effects, but I think I still need to sleep.
Okay.
Since you don't have plant traits, even though you are a plant, I would say you still sleep.
Yeah, that's what I gather.
I mean, normal plants
It
sleep
would
anyway.
say, it would say if I was immune, like if I didn't have to sleep.
Mm.
Doesn't really say that anywhere. It's just I'm immune to sleep effects.
Yeah.
So I do still need to actually sleep.
So is Mentha going to take the first or the last watch?
I'll take the first watch.
I'll swap
never mind.
Clark and, I was going to say swap
Never.
Clark and Mentha around then. I'll do that now.
Actually, I'm happy to take second. I have low light vision, so I still see better than Clark in the dark.
That was kind of my thinking, that
Yeah.
Clark has
Yeah, I can
nothing.
take it.
Yeah.
So I can take a second watch. I can be my own flashlight.
I thought Crom and Demir were going to take the darkest, which would be the middle two.
Are they? Oh.
Then I
because
can
the
take the
first
last.
watch would be evening, and the second and third is at midnight, and then towards 2 a.m. and whatever.
Okay, let me change. Clark will take the last watch then. So it'll be Crom first, then Demir. And this will be the rotation, we'll keep it in, I think.
Alright. Clark, give me a D100 and perception roll. Since you have returned just in time for your watch.
Here comes Spratla again.
Okay. Clark, as it comes to your watch, you can hear the chirping of morning birds, though thankfully does not rouse your sleeping companions. However, along with that, you can see the rustling of a shrubbery nearby, as well as large leaves sprouting out from the floor. They are moving, though you could say that they are almost shivering. Do you wish to do anything, or just ignore it?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
As it's coming to your morning watch, you notice that a nearby shrubbery has some very large leaves in the ground, and they are shivering.
I will walk up and have a look.
As you walk up and have a look, the leaves shiver even more violently, but they stay planted in the floor.
I will walk up and attempt to touch the leaves, or like brush them out the way.
As you touch the leaves, they shoot upwards and then flatten against the floor.
Potentially another mandragora. I'll say hello.
I'm just a plant.
You don't have to be scared. I'm not going to hurt you.
Roll me diplomacy.
Apparently,
Ooh.
I am the diplomatic one.
The leaves rise slightly as with them you see a turnip head sprout out with large eyes. You're not like the other people going by?
What other people going by? We haven't seen anyone else in this forest yet.
The ones with the sharp things that cut into the ground and take up brothers.
Could you describe more what they look like?
They look like you with smaller chests and shorter hair.
And you say they're, what, coming in and digging up the ground?
Yeah, they use metal sharp things and dig up brothers.
Could potentially be people from my village, but I'm sure they're not here to do you harm.
Then why did they dig out the sleeping ones and put them into a wood thing?
The wood thing?
Yeah, you have one similar. They point their leaf over to your cart.
What, they're pulling out your people and putting them into carts?
Yeah, they say something about Brumpture?
Brumpture?
Yeah, Brumpture.
Doesn't ring any bells, but I don't see why they would be taking your people.
You can ask if you see them.
I'll be sure to. Are there any more of you around here, or is it just you? Sorry, I didn't get your name. What's your name? I'm Clark.
I'm Tulip.
It's nice to meet you, Tulip. So, on to my question previously. Are there any more of you around here, or is it just you?
There are other brothers, but they've been dug up and taken.
Could you give me a general direction of where they were taking them to?
Tulip moves their leaf and points northwards. That way.
Okay, thank you, Tulip. You're welcome to stay within our camp while the rest of my party's sleeping. I'm not exactly going to wake them up now. But I promise when they wake up I'll mention it and see if we can find your friends.
I need to stay here. I'm still growing.
It's understandable. Well, I'll leave you to it. And then I'll go back to the camp and keep watch, but keep a closer eye on where Chilipe was.
And which direction was that in? Sorry?
They pointed north.
Okay.
Got my hero point back from the one I used earlier.
The hours pass into morning as everyone else will wake up.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning,
Must all be a
Clark.
bit sleepy. Ah, good morning, Mintha.
Morning.
So, can I, if I look in the direction of when Chilipe was, is he still there?
Tulip is still there, yes.
Chilipe. So I'll point to the direction of where it is. That bit of shrubbery over there, that's, I believe, another mandragora like you, Mintha, but still growing. I was having a conversation with it last night, and it was saying that there's potentially humans with metal tools digging them up and putting them in the car and taking them away to the north. Seems like it's Tulip's friends.
Do we even know what a car is?
No, cart.
Cart, sorry, I thought you said
So, like-
car.
No, so like what we've got.
Okay. You don't reckon it's the same tracks we saw before, that were going north? Maybe they pulled up some Mandragora from that point in Rush Forest.
It's potential. But I definitely would like to help it out. Can't be nice just losing your family like this, and your friends.
Oh. Absolutely will. Aligns with our interests regardless. Best gonna move on then if we're gonna save this little leaflet's friends.
So are you diverting to the north?
Yeah. If you guys were, I imagine Menthra will be up for that, but
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. And I'm assuming Demir is as well. Well then, let's go save some Sproutlings.
You divert northwards. And as you come up to here, everyone can roll perception.
Oh no.
Alright, as you're moving northways, Demir, you'll notice that some cart tracks appear on the road ahead of you. However, you also notice that there is a triangular kind of hole dug into the ground as if there used to be a marker here saying which way you could go for which location.
Looks like there used to be a sign, maybe.
Like somebody doesn't want us to know where they're from or where they're going.
Demir, where did you say the tracks were headed?
They're right over here.
Well, looks like we have our heading for now. I guess we followed the tracks.
How long ago was the sign removed? Was it recent?
The hole is still there, so relatively recent.
Yeah,
But it could have been weeks.
Yeah, no way of knowing, but
Depends
damn sure.
Depends how dry the soil is. If it's really dry, then it's been left there for a while. If the soil's still slightly damp, then it looks like it's been turned over recently. Learned that one from my father.
So you'll know that from July, as well as these cart marks here, they go north from there. However, when you were in the Rush Forest, there was also another set of carts that went up north there.
Yeah.
Looks
I
like
reckon
we've
we
got a lot
might be
of
in the
ground to
same.
cover.
Sorry, go.
Just saying, it looks like there's a lot of ground to cover.
And at least 2 carts, which means more folk. Best keep our eyes peeled on this one.
Clark
yeah, that's-
opens her very perceptionless eyes.
Come on then, let's keep moving.
Are you continuing northways?
Yes.
Yep, that's what the tracks are showing. I take it there's no other tracks like going off anywhere.
Now they do like stop and start because of rain and mud, but they are going north.
Come on, we might be able to catch him if we keep going.
Continuing north, you get to the midday part of your travel, and everyone can roll perception.
Come on, perception.
Clark's perceptive!
I told you to keep your eyes open and you did. I'm proud of you.
Yay. Clark and Demir, you notice that the cart marks now go off towards the northwest, sorry. So there.
Looks like they're veering off slightly.
Can we look around for another hole? See if there's a post that got dug up around here too?
You can spend a minute or two doing so, however, it does not seem like this is a junction of any sort.
Maybe they're getting towards their camp.
I say we better keep moving rather than wasting time. Any minutes that
Absolutely,
we
but
waste, the quicker they get away.
best keep an eye out though, because we don't want to be bringing this whole cart into their camp.
Agreed. And Clark would like give Mr. Gibbs a little bit of a kick and get him moving.
Yeah, Cromwell just kind of lope alongside.
Moving into your third or fourth set of 2-hour travels, you eventually find yourselves at a campsite by the road. I should have to leave Mr. Gibbs. Come up to
Thank
this
you.
point. Ignore the stone path; it's still dirt. You can see that the cart marks veer off towards the west and are much recent than the last. So you can definitely be sure this is where they went rather than where they came from.
Looks like we found our quarry.
How come my MP keeps disappearing?
If it's not being used, it hides itself.
Oh, but I use it though. I don't know what that means.
If you
When
haven't,
you're
like,
on like the main
depleted
map,
any.
you're not changing your MP value. So if it's not
Oh,
being
that's
used, it hides it. I don't know why it does that and not for the
irritating.
green bar. So all you need
Now-
to do is like press enter on it and it shows up again.
Well, I guess we head towards the camp, but try not to show any hostile intent, I guess, because they might take it that way.
Hell, I'm feeling pretty hostile if they're pulling magic ore out the ground.
No, absolutely. But we might want to see why they're doing it.
Hold up. We might get
Wait
in a
a
fight here. Y'all got anything you want to put on before we go in?
Absolutely.
You know, fancy dress, anything like that?
I will go ahead and
Don't look at me.
spend that other metal VX, and then I will put on shield as well.
I'll also drink the metal.
I might as well put the light curtain on myself.
How long does that last?
It is
5
5
rounds.
rounds, so I will need.
We're gonna get in there fast then.
Yeah, I will need the GM to tell me how quick time passes.
In that case, we just have to go like right in. Unless anyone has any reservations, Crom's just gonna yell out, "Hey there! You the folks been pulling up magic aura?"
As you run up all magically enchanted and yell into the campsite, you can see that it is mostly derelict. Ignore the fire image is currently out. There are papers strewn across the floor, as well as a loot lining up against a large log they probably used as a bench. As you shout into said campsite, the tents have a bit of rustling as the creatures inside move about.
He might be dead.
Well,
Clark,
they
you
might
go
be
right,
sick.
I'll go left. Now come on out. We ain't gonna hurt you if you don't put up no fight.
As you make your way closer to the campsite or just further into it, you can start to see into the size of the tents as the very definitely forms have stood up and are shuffling towards the exits.
Oh my.
Them unbred. Right, let's go.
No,
They are
unbred,
indeed unbred.
undead Kron.
I was so taken aback by the fact that the undead are real, I wasn't ready for the initiative.
Undead aren't real. Ah, undead!
That's a lot of Zambambos.
Remember what I said about not being a blaster just a couple minutes ago? They need to adjust that right now.
I lied.
Do we get knowledge
Alright.
checks on these boyos?
Indeed. Go for the ones in the middle first, which is knowledge religion.
don't think I actually took that one.
Anybody got knowledge religion?
Oh, I did actually.
I do not. I was going to say the only person who would have it is Demir.
Demir, you have no idea what those middle things are. Let's go for the left and right.
Okay. That's better.
You know the ones on the left and rights are. I'm surprised you don't know what the other ones are, but apparently your group isn't too knowledgeable about the undead or even believe they exist, so it tracks.
Some of us.
Alright. The ones on the left and right are skeletons. These creatures appear to be nothing but a set of animated bones. Pinpoints of red light smolder in its empty eye sockets. You can learn 2 traits.
You might want to change it, but it's up to you.
Fine with those?
Resistances and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take resistances.
Sounds good.
Resistances instead of weakest save.
Yeah.
Alright. They have no resistances, and their weakness is fire and holy.
Okay.
And first up is going to be some of these Skelevoys.
Anyone else getting battle music? Because I'm not.
I am.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
I can
just need to
stop and
refresh.
start it for you. It might
Go
be
for
because you opened up another Roll20 to bring in the macro.
Maybe. Hang on. Yep, I've gone over to Rails and Plains. Let's change that back over. There we go.
Oh boy! My favourite.
Oh, I like that macro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. Let's see you right in front of me.
Alright, these skeletons come shuffling out. This one could dog move to there. The northern one brings up a scimitar, though it's hard to call it that, as the top half has been shattered, and it's more like a shiv nowadays. And bringing it down, it slices into Clark's shoulder for 5. Menfa.
Boy. And I'm over to here, and Chrome doesn't have any deflection either, right?
No.
You're gonna have now. Gonna cast. Wind armor. On you.
And go.
And that's it.
Goes over to Clark.
Gonna use my martial flexibility to give myself slashing grace. And I'm gonna attack this boyo in front of me. Oh wait, I just thought I need to edit my macro quickly, because otherwise I'm gonna auto crit.
Oh no.
I mean, I've got no problem with that, but somebody else might. Yeah, that's a rubbish roll.
Bring down your sword, instead just dig into the leather scraps that are covering this skeleton.
To which I will stay where I am.
Another skeleton that makes his way downtown. Demir. Which one is this on?
The one that went up against Crom, that tried to hit Crom. Or has none of them tried to hit him yet?
None of them have tried to hit him yet. They've
Okay.
had some double move.
The one in the middle, then.
Alright. You severely blast that skeleton as its body explodes into holy light and its bones go scattering.
Oh, good. Minimum damage will kill him with that.
I mean, they are weak to it.
Yes, so it did twice damage, right?
1.5.
1.5, yeah.
Okay, so 9.
You done?
That'll be it for me.
Alright.
Yeah. Why has it done that?
Goes to the more fleshy ones in the tent. It's his way to there. This one moves around to here and attacks Clark. However, it's very slow to move and it just hits to the side. This one moves over to there. Crom.
Clark, you need a hand?
I might do,
I've got her.
but you look pretty busy yourself.
He'll attack bite in that case.
Your first attack lands into that skeleton, and you cleave through several bones, and the adjoining bones just splinter and shatter,
Okay.
whereas the bite misses.
Okay. So that's my effectively full. I will 5-foot step to here, just so it can't get to Mentha. That'll be it.
Alright. Zombie moves out. The one who hit Clark earlier is going to attack her again. However, this time it clinks off of her armor. Mentha.
Oh boy. Back up over to here. I'm gonna take a mud shot at this guy. He'll get covered, doesn't matter. Yeah.
That'll hit. As you shoot mud into that skeleton, and it's just enough weight to have it fall on its back.
Nice.
Clark.
Just changing those. Clark will 5-foot here and will attack this one.
Moving to the side, you bring your blade over, smack into its head, cracking it and bringing it to the floor.
Doing pretty good over here now.
Good.
Skeleton down south brings his blade onto Crom and slashes into his chest for 4.
Howdy.
Demir.
Only one I can reach. Never mind.
That goes off into the forest and kills a sprite.
You know what? I'm gonna use a hero point and I'm gonna re-roll that.
Alright. Don't use it in the mutated deer fire, that was dangerous, but use it in this one that died 1 hit.
Think about it, I should have used mine there. for an out of turn action.
You're
Wait.
able to blast that fella as he, just like his brother, explodes. Goes to this zombie. As it charges over to here. The skeletons are just bones scattered around, so they don't count as difficult terrain. And as it does, it has its arms outwards as it goes out to grab at Crom.
Okay.
Give me 1 second as I sort out its action. Its arms clamber around you, but it's unable to get a good grip. Oh no, it charged. It does.
Okay.
It slams into you as its mouth opens up, a sickening breath comes out of it, and whilst you're not affected by any effect, you do hear a deathly moan as it says, "Help me!"
Lord Christ. Okay.
And it goes to Crom.
That's 2. Okay, I'm going to use my limit break for pack defense, which is this. So everyone within 30 feet gains +2 dodge and 20% concealment mischance. And I will attempt to single hit this guy with the axe. No, I'm not going to hero point that. I refuse. I'm going to try and bite him. Nope. Rolls are trash. Moving on.
The zombie at the back charges at Mentha.
If that's the case, I'm going to use a hero point to move in its direction to block its charge.
Yeah, sure.
Or I can use a hero point to give. Basically, I can use a hero point to use an ability to give myself intercept charge on Mentha and myself, which has the same ability, basically.
Sure.
Okay. Does intercept charge give me anything? Special. Immediate action. Opponent must stop when you they become adjacent and attack you instead. So
It is an immediate action, you don't need to use a hero point.
no, but I have to use a hero point because it's a standard action to give Mentha the teamwork feat for this to work.
Ah, okay.
So I will do that. I think I take 2 AOs. My AC is 19 now.
These fellas will not AOO you.
Okay. I'll go to that. It does have to attack me though, rather than Mentha.
Alright. As it does, it slams its fists into you. And it brings you to the floor with it on top of you as it again yells out, "Stop the pain!"
Mischance did not work, and I basically go down again. Whack. It hit 19, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not very lucky this session.
The zombie is basically just on top of him. So the zombie would count as prone. Benfa.
Chrono.
I need more AC, or health, or something.
I
God damn.
have more AC than you currently.
Same.
I'm just gonna do something else, but I can't because Chrom's there and he's hurt, and I can't do it now.
Just burn his body. It's what Karat would want.
The good news is I can't do fire damage right now, so that's something. It's either earth or non-elemental, depending. But I'm not doing that, so it doesn't matter.
I blame my mischance for this.
If you get the zombie, I'll get Chrome.
I'm gonna 5 step back. Shoot mud at this guy. Because I'm too scared of hurting Rom in the process, otherwise.
Alright. You blast that other one with watery mud. It starts to just slosh down its body. Clark?
Clark will move and attack. Can I stand on top of a dead body? I know. It
Yeah,
it's like
those
terrain.
ones, yes, they're just bones.
Okay, so I'll stand here and
You're not gonna attack the one that's like a 5-foot step away from you.
yeah, that's the one I am attacking. No, I'm not.
No, this guy on top of Chrome.
Yeah, that's the one I am going to attack.
From
No,
there?
No. Chrome's here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that.
he's in my square.
Is he actually in your square? 'Cause if so,
Yeah,
I'll
he's in a
just move.
square. He's in a square.
Then I'll move there and attack. Or not.
He's prone.
You slash
That's a
your
good
blade
point.
down into the zombie as its insides bleed out onto Crom.
I'm a smelly boy at this point. I think I've been washed from before.
Nope.
Got worm guts and now zombie guts on you.
Pretty my
Use
guts too at this
blood
rate.
Demir.
I'm gonna hit a cure on Chrome.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
One of these days, I'm not going to go down like a sack of shit. Alright. Thank you.
And that's all I got for now.
Get up,
Zombie
you
down
big
below is going to attack Clark, but they go out with their hands and clawed bows and just kind of like fumble around with Clark's armor and do nothing. From
We'll
the zombie is on top of you. You are not pinned, so if you stand, you will just like push him off.
Okay. Yep, he'll stand. Any AOs?
Nope. The zombie is pushed to there.
Okay. Crom just kind of growls and just goes, well, that just ain't country. And swings. Does that
Stop! The zombie yells out as you slice down your axe and decapitate it.
hit? And then he'll try and bite the other one. Nope. God, my
You-
rolls, Jesus.
You really like to bite things that are infected, don't you?
Look, I have 2 tricks at this point, alright?
Menfa?
I'm gonna take another mud shot. Or not.
That one will miss and shoot out into the forest. The forest gets a new piece of mud.
Splat.
Chrom's
Lark.
not going the bone crushing jaws route.
No, Crom is going Vital Strike with the Butchering Axe route at some point.
And Clark slices out at that zombie as more of its insides come to the floor, as you can see parts of those infectious worms that you had fought earlier coming out with it. Demir.
I'm just gonna move up to flank with Clark, and then I'm gonna make an attack with my axe.
Uh-huh.
I don't have any flanking bonuses in this, so it's gonna be 2 higher.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Demir brings down his war axe into the back of this guy's skull. As the zombie's mouth starts to chatter along as if it was trying to say something more, and goes down. The muscle mass and sinews of the zombies starts to bubble and melt. However, the rest of their bodies stay intact.
Damn
Now
beast.
that's how you use an axe. I'll just like try to take axes with Grom.
So as you can
He'll
see,
do
Grom,
it.
these are undead.
Yeah, looks like I, nice. I wasn't quite on the ball there. My apologies. Is that with the, XP from the deer?
Oh, I
Just
didn't do the deer. What? How much was the deer?
It's 150.
There you go.
Just make sure you ain't missing any. Cool. Goddamn creatures of this wood. First that deer, now these. Put me on my ass. I'm gonna have to get Die Hard at this rate.
Well,
See if-
Clark will
see if-
check all the other tents to make sure there's no more undeads.
Alright, but I'm gonna have to go because my family wants to go do some stuff since I'm supposed to be getting out of here early. Since we started early, so I will talk to you
This
guys
is the
later.
time we're just going to end anyway, so we will end the session here.
Alright.
Right.
Were they just rolling really good again?